Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first live watch along that we're going to do of this new Premier League season. Obviously, missed the first game of the season against Southampton. Great win for Palace in the end. That's a great 1-0 victory. And today, of course, we're playing Manchester United. Hope you're doing well, guys. Big game. Repping the home shirt. Just got the live coverage on now. Starting to heat things up slowly. Ticking our way down to kickoff, and looking forward to this game. I think that's going to be, it's going to be quite tight. It's in a way not the best time to play Man United. It's been their first game of the season, and obviously they're not starting Van der Beek. I will get into the starting lineups in a moment, but they've got a lot to play for this season. They've got a lot to prove. The fans aren't happy behind the scenes for obvious reasons, and they've got a lot of things they need to do this season in terms of to keep the fans happy, and there's a lot of pressure on those players. So to get off to a winning start is going to be really important for them. So I could definitely see it being a tricky game today. Of course, it always is against Man United. But you look at last season, if it's anything like it was last season, then obviously we got a good chance. We got a really good chance, and I'm hopeful if we can carry on playing the same way we did against Southampton. Staying rock solid at the back, being clinical and effective on the counter-attack, then I think we can cause Man United problems. I'm confident we can cause any big six-team problems. It's always just about the consistency for me and whether or not we can, over 90 minutes, maintain a level where we go on and win a game. I think that is the main thing for me. Lineups are coming up here. Just guys showing the lineups. Interesting lineups for both teams. Let's start off with the Palace lineup. Obviously got it here. Very similar to what I thought Roy would do. I think he was going to always go for the same team that won against Southampton. I think Roy loves to keep consistency in his lineups. And I know I can see a couple of people in the chat already are unhappy with the lineup. And I understand. We all want to see Eze and Batshuayi playing week in, week out. I think I can understand, though, why Roy has been hesitant to start them straight off the bat. I think that Eze has shown amazing confidence. And for me, is the one player I am a bit disappointed in not getting a start. But he did play a full 90 minutes against Bournemouth in midweek. And maybe Roy's just mindful about overplaying him. He was the same with Wan-Bissaka when he broke through towards the end of that season, of Hodgson's first season. He was dropped out the team in the last 3, 4, 5 games of the season. And a lot of fans were in uproar over it. And Ward ended up starting those fixtures that he wasn't in, and a lot of fans were really upset. This is a young player coming through. Why are you not playing him more? He doesn't deserve to be dropped. In the end, went on next season to be the best player of the season, in my opinion. And I think Roy is very good at that, managing young players and managing certain players to make sure that they aren't overused and that they're put in at the right times. And, I get all of that, and I think that he's very good at that. So I think you've got to bear that in mind. He knows what he's doing, and I think with Batshuayi especially, although he hit the ground running with Belgium, he hasn't played much football over the last 12 months. Definitely in the last few months, apart from the Belgian game, and obviously his first game for Palace was midweek. His fitness isn't 100%. I think that he's someone who we will see in the next few weeks, I think, drip-fed in more. And eventually, I'd say maybe the next game, more likely going to be the game after that. I think we'll see Batshuayi starting up front and will be starting up front for the rest of the season. So I understand that. Eze is the one where I'm a little bit upset because I do think he's got the potential. He's clearly got the confidence and the ability to start in the Premier League, and I think a game like Man United won't be scared of that at all. I think he'll take that in his stride and he will look to try and show them what he can do. I think that's just the way he is and the way he's playing. So I do think it's a little bit harsh on him not to play this game. But then again, when Roy played him for 90 minutes against Bournemouth, I really wasn't expecting him to play. Close the door now says there's a slight knock, and that's true. He is coming back from a slight knock. So as I said, Roy, if there's any chance of there being a knock on a player or any doubt in his mind, he's not going to play them. And we've seen that over his time as Palace manager. So I understand that. But rest of the lineup is as follows. Guaita in goal, Ward, Chiarte, Sacco coming in at centre-back. Obviously came off the bench against Bournemouth to get some game time. He's fully fit, and it's very rare we see Sacco fully fit. Down with an injury, I think, because he's not on the bench either. So that is probably a forced change. I don't think Hodgson would have wanted to make that change. But Chiarte and Sacco at centre-back, that's a new partnership we've not seen before, and it's quite an interesting time to be playing that sort of partnership against Man United with the pacey forwards that they've got. more on Man United in just a moment. Mitchell carries on his great run in the team at left back. He will be starting for the foreseeable future. When Van Aanholt is back fully fit, it will be interesting to see how that dynamic works. But Mitchell, one of the best. I know I've only played one game, but he was very, very good against Southampton, in my opinion. Townsend, Schlupp, McCarthy. MacArthur is the midfield four, same midfield. And Ayew and Zaha up front, same two players up front there. So, as I said, when we are in a good run of form, or when we do play well, it's very rare, unless there's a forced change, that Roy will, change things up drastically. And I do think that's the reason why we've seen, obviously, Saka come in because Dan had a knock, and Eze with a slight knock as well. He's not risking that. He's a young player and obviously wants to make sure that we don't overuse him at such an early stage in his career. And we, as I said already, we've seen that when Wan-Bissaka broke through. He was very cautious in how much he played him in that first season that Wan-Bissaka was at right back for us. When we're looking at Man United, quite interested in this. De Gea starting, and it's interesting that because obviously Henderson signed the contract for the club, a new contract, and he's ended up staying there. He's not gone on loan. Henderson, the goalkeeper, of course, for Man United. I am interested in that, Dean Henderson staying there, because I would have thought he would have stayed there under the promise, maybe not the promise, but under the illusion that he would get a lot of game time this season at Man United. And the fact that De Gea starts is interesting. After the way he finished last season in particular, there's obviously faith in the manager there. Faith from the manager has been shown there. Fosu-Mensah starts at right back now. Is Wan-Bissaka a little bit tired or a little bit overused at the end of last season and he's carrying a knock? That's interesting. Guys, I will get into your comments in the chat. Keep them coming in. Thank you for everyone who's joining the stream now. I'm really looking forward to this game. Hope you guys are too. But that's interesting. Wan-Bissaka not starting against Palace, and obviously that's something that we all know how good Wan-Bissaka is. That's obviously a bonus for me. I think obviously a former Palace player as well in Fosu-Mensah, former Palace loanee, had an okay spell at the club as well. So he's definitely not going to be any pushover there at right back, but I definitely prefer to see him in the starting lineup than Wan-Bissaka for obvious reasons. Lindelof, Maguire starts. Obviously everything that happened to Maguire of the summer, be interesting to see how he performs in his first game back. And Luke Shaw, so pretty solid back four there, what you'd expect. Pogba and McTominay then sit just in front of them. Pogba's a given, and his passing range. We've got to, McCarthy and MacArthur. They're very good at this pressing in the midfield, but they've got to make sure they get on Pogba as quickly as possible because we know his passing range. We know how good he is with the ball at his feet. Got to make sure we get on him quickly and don't let him have any time to ping those passes because when we did see against a good example would be Spurs when we came back from lockdown last season. They let him have so much time on the ball and he managed to dictate play, especially in the second half. And I think if you do that with Pogba in the side, then you're asking for trouble. So big game for McCarthy and MacArthur. It's a big game for everyone, of course, but especially those two, I think, in terms of controlling that midfield. It's going to be definitely a midfield battle. Just ahead of them, Bruno Fernandes, and that continues my point there. Got to look to close him down as quickly as possible. Don't let him have time on the ball. Don't let him get comfortable because he's going to be a big player for Man United this season. One of their best players at the end of last season, of course. And if they get a penalty, which is I think quite likely today, I would not be surprised whatsoever if we see a penalty for Man United in today's game because of the players they have up front and obviously the defenders that we've got. I think a new look defence that they've not played with each other before. I think we could see potentially some penalties or some penalty shouts at least today. And we know if one is given, Fernandes is more than likely going to slot it away. And then obviously the front three would be Rashford, Martial up front, and Dan James out wide, and that's interesting as well. No Mason Greenwood starting; he's on the bench. Van de Beek on the bench as well. I would not be surprised if he comes on in the second half at some point, and you never know, a player of that quality on his debut for a team like Man United, I would not be surprised if he makes an impact when he eventually comes on, because he's going to come on at some point, especially if they're not winning by the time we get to the second half. Fingers crossed that's the case. But those are the lineups, guys, and a few changes from Man United I was not expecting, and I was expecting a full strength Man United team, but it's not full strength. There are areas that we can attack there, definitely, but looking at that front three, Martial, Rashford and Dan James, the pace in that front three does worry me a little bit. I say a little bit, quite a lot, because of as much as I love them, Sakho, Kouyaté and Ward, all three of them aren't very quick. aren't very quick at all. And I think that Ward will struggle against, as much as he is defensive, in terms of his defensive intelligence and defensive footballing brain, I think he's very, very good. But he just lacks that yard of pace. And especially with those players that he'll be marking today, it's going to be quite a tricky game for him, I feel. And Chiarte and Sacco, again, two players who can read the game really well and have got a lot of experience, especially Chiarte. People forget, obviously, plays when he plays international level, he captains the side at centre-back. So he plays at centre-back at international level. So it's not like he's not used to that position, and he's very intelligent in that position. But again, Sacco and Chiarte doesn't scream a lot of pace there. And I just feel against this particular side, Man United side, pace is such a big part of their play, and the reason they got so many penalties was because of that extra yard of pace that extra turn of pace that the forwards get, and it puts defences under pressure, puts them into awkward situations they don't want to be in, and that's why so many penalties were given away last season, why Man United got so many penalties. We see it so much when Zaha wins so many penalties. It's because he has the ability to beat a man, and that causes panic amongst the back line, and you see rash challenges come in, you see a bit of panic, and I feel like it screams panic. I think, again, Mitchell's going to have a massive game, not just defending either James or Rashford, depending on how they switch over, but also covering the rest of the defenders. Same with Ward, having to come around and cover. Got to be so aware and so focused, and as I say every time we play a top 4, top 6 team, the whole team have to at least be playing an 8 or 9 out of 10 for us to get something. It doesn't matter, what level the opposition's at. Because of the quality of player Man United have, we've got to be playing at least an 8 or 9 out of 10. Let's go over to your... those are my thoughts, by the way, guys, on the two lineups there. I think I covered a good 10, 15 minutes or so. My overall thoughts on the two lineups, and I think I can understand both the lineups in my opinion. As much as I want to see Eze starting, I get why he's being slowly fed into this team. Batshuayi, I completely get why he's not starting as of yet, because I think of the lack of football he has played, and I think just gelling and getting him back into match speed, match fitness, I think that 90 minutes against Bournemouth did him good, and I wouldn't be surprised if he is involved next week in our next fixture. But coming over to some of your comments in the chat, Twisted Bab says Sacco is a liability. I know there's a lot of people that are very, very worried about Sacco, and as I said, it's not a change I think that Hodgson wanted to make. I think he would have kept Dan in 100% if he was fully fit. The fact Dan's not on the bench tells me that he's obviously got a knock. Surprise, surprise, we always have injuries. Always have injuries to defenders, don't we? And Sacco is fully fit, and Hodgson clearly rates him ahead of Kelly. I personally think Kelly would have been a good option to put in ahead of Sacco, because of, again, Sacco can give the ball away in silly areas, and that is one side of his game that you have to put up with. But equally, he's probably one of the better ball-playing defenders that we've got, because his ability when he is on sync and he's on form, Sacco, when he picks up the ball, takes a few steps forward, his ability to beat the midfield lines of the opposition and pick the pass is second to none, really, when he's on it. But it's very rare that he has a full 90 minutes without a mistake, and that is the one thing that we've got to look out for today. EU text, no, Wan-Bissaka isn't playing, and that's probably the biggest news out of Man United's lineup, other than Van der Beek being on the bench. Is Wan-Bissaka not playing? He's on the bench himself, and I don't know whether that's fitness or just wanting to, again, Solskjaer looking to rest him a bit after a very hectic schedule in July for him, starting pretty much all the games. I don't know what the reason is there, but much happier seeing Fosu-Mensah there, although he is a good player, I think, and he has played well for Man United when he's been called upon. I'm much more, you would naturally, knowing what Wan-Bissaka can do, much more confident with Fosu-Mensah in the side. Sky Sports is just showing last season's result. Obviously, what a historic win that was at Old Trafford. First in the Premier League, first for 30 years as well against Man United. Ayew with a massive goal there, and that started Ayew's season off as well, that goal against Man United. Saved the pen, of course, hit the post on the pen, stayed out just, Rashford missing it, and then obviously James getting an equaliser, really good finish from him, and we go up the other end and Van Aanholt gets the winner. It was a great, great day, and if we have anything similar to that, I'll be absolutely buzzing. 3 points was massive against Southampton coming into a game like this, because you want to get points off the board early, knowing you've got a tricky few games coming up. Getting points on the board as quickly as possible is so important, and it was important to last season. We were safe before lockdown, 100%, and it was a good job we were, because we didn't win a game after lockdown, but we still stayed up quite comfortably. So getting points on the board early is so vital, and it's so much better than playing catch up in the second half of the season, which we have done before and have gotten away with it. What's the rationale behind Zaha getting the captain's armband? I think that he's he's one of the longest serving players collectively when you look at the amount of games he's had for the club. I think that he is obviously one of the most senior players as well. I know we've got quite an ageing side, but he's now 28. He's obviously in that position now where he is a leader in the side and is a mentor for the younger players. I think he just fits the mould of a captain quite well, and I think with him having a captain's armband, I don't think that is going to necessarily hinder his performances. If anything, I think it will try and give him the confidence to go out there and express himself a bit more, to try and lead the team forward in the way that he plays football, rather than necessarily falling back and looking to just dictate things by shouting out. I think I can definitely see him taking that role with open arms and really bossing that captain's armband. Just looking through, considering the results today, I reckon you lot will lose 6-4. Lovely stuff. Some crazy results today. Obviously, loads of goals, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see quite a few goals today. Look at this club, but they're just showing Will Veer 363 club appearances. Insane amount of appearances. And they're showing his last 4 seasons again. They always focus on the goals and assists because that's all that matters apparently to Sky Sports, and goals and assists, the only stats that matter. Again, people not understanding the role that Zaha plays in the side and how his involvement in the side is far more important than goals and assists. He offers everything in terms of opening up opportunities, creating panic in the defence of the opposition. He is just vital in so many areas. The pass before the pass, which we seem to do a lot. Yes, goals and assists. It would be nice seeing him get a few more, but that is not the be-all and end-all of Wilfried Zaha and what he and how important he is to the side. He's so much more important than just goals and assists. Twisted Baba, how do you like the new kit? I think that the home kit has definitely grown on me since I ordered it. On the actual shoot when it got released, I thought the blue was far too bright and light. I thought it was a light blue, and I thought that's not good at all. I think it was just the lighting on the day, but it's quite a dark blue. It's a nice feel as well. I think it's grown on me. I think it's nice. Home kit's nice. I'm not too sure on the away kit. The third kit's quite nice, the black one. But yeah, it's still okay. Nothing more than okay. They've grown on me a bit though. Luke, as I just said, I think it's great. I think it fits him down to the ground. When Cahill isn't playing, when Luca isn't playing, of course, I think Zaha's the natural option to go for. He's a leader in the side, 100%. He's very vocal. I think you see that. Yes, you can say if he starts getting a bit upset with maybe decisions or he gets frustrated and loses his head a bit, is he the right person to have the armband on? But I think that shows his passion, and passion's always a good thing for a captain to have, to show and lead an example and show the younger players, what it means to play for the club. And obviously, I think he's the 363 appearances. He's the most, most experienced player at Crystal Palace at the moment. In terms of appearances for the club anyway. And with, as I said, with younger players now coming into the fold, who better to lead them than Wilfried Zaha, who's been in their shoes before, a young player coming through and forcing his way into a starting lineup like Palace. So I think that it's great that he has it. And Luke, I have mentioned this earlier on in the stream, mate. You can go back and check on that, but just to touch on it again, Batshuayi, I think, is being drip-fed in because he hasn't played much football recently. I understand that he's not up to complete match speed. I know he got a few goals for Belgium, and I know, and obviously he played 90 minutes midweek against Bournemouth, and I think when he played 90 minutes against Bournemouth, it was a sign he probably wasn't going to start today because Roy doesn't typically do that. And with Eze, I think he's got a slight knock. If he didn't, he probably would have been involved today in the starting lineup. But again, it's important, and we've seen with the way Roy treated Wan-Bissaka when he came into the side, it's important not to play these young players too much too soon. I know he's a new young signing, and he'll be expected to play, and I think he will. Don't get me wrong, he will play most of the season in the starting lineup, 100%. It would be so stupid not to. But in the early stages, when he's finding his feet, new player in the Premier League, don't want to get himself injured because he did have a knock as well in pre-season. You just got to be wary of these things. And I think Roy wants to be cautious with this. And when the starting lineup we played last week did really well and obviously got the win, typically he doesn't like to change things up too much, Roy. He likes to have consistency. And whenever there is good form, whenever we're showing good signs and progress, Roy will never want to change that up. He will always want to keep that same lineup and keep that momentum going until there's a reason to change it, i.e. an injury or a poor defeat and a poor performance. Then he will look to change things up. So I think as long as the team keeps performing and get if this team gets results today, 100% you'll see probably the same team again playing next week. I think that's maybe with Eze and Batshuayi coming in just because of their experience and their profile as obviously a £20 million signing, and Batshuayi being probably the best striker in the club. I think it makes complete sense to keep the rest of the team the same, with McCarthy and MacArthur in the middle until there's a reason to change it. Do you think we can win 3-1? No, I am predicting that Man United win today because, as I said, it's their first game of the season. I think they've got so much pressure on them this season to perform. They've got a lot to prove, and I think they'll want to get off to a winning start. They'll be desperate to get off to a winning start. Getting points early is so important for them. As I said, they will have a point to prove. I can see them starting off with a really quick tempo and just putting us under pressure early. And as I said, I could definitely see us scoring today because we've looked good on the counter attack throughout pre-season and also against Southampton. Again, clinical finishing is still a question mark at the moment until Batshuayi starts in the side, in my opinion, and gets back to his match speed. But I think that Man United will just have too much just because of the players today. And again, I think the pace in that front three and the quality of Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba in behind, distributing balls to that front three over the top of the defence anyway, it's going to be really dangerous because we haven't got a quick back four. We've got a back four that are, although quite intelligent in their positions, they don't have that turn of pace to keep up with these players. And so expect to see a deep line to stop that run in behind. Expect to see potential penalty shouts. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a penalty today. Overall, I always go into these games expecting to lose, but hoping for the best. And when everything clicks and all the players, as I say, play an 8 or 9 out of 10, more times than not, we end up getting a result against these sort of teams because we have that ability. It's just always the consistency with Palace. Can we do it consistently? And we'll see. We'll know after 10, 15, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes what sort of Palace are performing today and whether or not we've got enough to get a result here. I think no fans there at Old Trafford, not the end of the world. Obviously, you're playing at a top team without fans there. It technically helps the away side a lot more. But, we've gone up there and had such good away support over the last few years when we picked up results. In fact, last 4 visits to both Man City and Man United combined, we've got results, and we haven't lost. Which is a massive stat, actually. So with that in mind, you expect us to go there and have a good game and give it a good go. And we'll see what happens. Diego saying Man United 1, Palace 3. I would be over the moon. I'd be shouting out for Europa League if we win 3-1 today. Jordan, I've mentioned already at the start, mate, what I think of the lineup. I will touch on the lineup again. I'll touch on it again for you because obviously you've just joined, mate. But if you want a more in-depth view, go back to the start of the stream and re-watch it because I think that I completely understand the starting lineup. Roy doesn't like to change things up too often, and the fact that we had a really good performance against Southampton, a good result. I understood why Roy wouldn't want to change it up. He would have kept Dan in the team if he was fit. He's got a little knock because he's not even on the bench. That's why Sakho's come in, and Sakho is going to be a question mark. How is he going to play? Hope he's not a bumbling idiot today. I hope it's one of those days where he actually is going to perform and play the way we saw him play under Big Sam. We need more of those performances and more of that, and his fitness to hold. That's the main thing that I'm hoping for today, that he doesn't get injured and he doesn't make any big mistakes. United will be off the pace today. Palace 2-0. It's a good point, First game back, they haven't had much of a pre-season, Man United. They've obviously had a really quick turnaround from finishing in Europe. They're starting a week later because of that late finish to the season because of Europa League. Have they had enough time to prepare for the start of this season? I mean, because they finish so late, I feel like their fitness is still going to be okay. It's not like they're going to be struggling with fitness. It was only a few weeks ago they finished the last season, So I still think they will have, and they've got quality players, and that helps for something, They can have an extra week off than our players, and I think they'd still be just as good as our players because of their quality. But match fitness could come into play. And, we could see a couple of, maybe a half-time change from Man United. I don't think that's out of the question, no matter what the score is, because, second half, if it's still level, I do back us to cause problems because we've had a week under our belt at Premier League match speed. Man United haven't yet. And I do think later on in the game is where you'll see it get a little bit more even. But definitely up to like the 70th minute, I can't see it being a problem. Their lack of match fitness. I don't think they're going to be lacking fitness whatsoever. They're a proper side, you know, Man United. They're not going to be coming to this unprepared or as unprepared as that. Will should be fine for saying he likes Arsenal. Says what's that? We're on power. Weird name. Nothing wrong with liking Arsenal as long as he doesn't join them. That's fine by me. Benrahma to Palace, says Luke Cooper. More on that in the next few days, hopefully. And we're literally less than 5 minutes away from a kickoff. Get your score predictions in the chat, guys. Get your score predictions. Fingers crossed here. I'm just hoping, as always, against the top sides, and I say this every time we play, I'm just hoping for a good performance. And, you know, I'm not expecting us to win or even get a draw here, even though we've had 2 really good results in the last 2 seasons away to Man United. I'm just expecting us to put on a really good performance, not let ourselves down, and, you know, be in the game. I don't want us to get rolled over and be like 2-3-0 down at half-time and that's the game done in my mind, obviously. Players are getting in the tunnel now. We're wearing the away kit, of course, the white with the red central stripe and the blue side stripes. It's an okay away kit. I'm not too sure with the way the stripes look, but I think the white is smart as an away kit. Zaha leading out as captain. I really like that. Coming back to Man United as captain of Palace, there's something about that. I really hope he does well. Joseph, I know it's disappointing, mate, but I think he has got a slight knock, and Roy, after playing 90 minutes as well against Bournemouth, I think Roy just wants to make sure he's drip-fed in and doesn't overuse him too soon. Otherwise, if he gets a big, lengthy injury and early on in the season, we'll all be shouting at Roy for why has he chucked him in so soon. And, you know, I'd love him to play, and I'd love Batshuayi to be playing in this game 100%. Don't get me wrong, but I can understand to a degree why Roy's done it. And again, if we'd lost to Southampton, on the other hand, I would think it's a ridiculous decision. I think one of those two, or at least one of those two, would have to start today. But the fact we did get the win with quite a good performance as well against Southampton, it makes it. I understand his decision here to be patient with Eze and Batshuayi, but 100% when you pay 20 million for a pound for a player, we all want to see Eze play. We want to see him get this chance against Man United in the Premier League, because I think definitely against Fosu Mensah and Luke Shaw, to be honest, I think we've got a really good chance with Eze and Wilf drifting wide to really cause them problems. So I do want to see Eze come on at some point today, and hopefully not before the 70th minute. That'd be nice. I rate Greenwood and Van der Beek. I'm glad they're on the bench. We need to stop ball going to Martial's feet. 100% Diego. As I said, as soon as they get the chance to turn and run at defence, it's alarm bells going off, especially with Saka and Chiarte at centre-back. Not because they're poor players, it's just because they're obviously not the quickest. And, you know, that extra yard of pace that those front three have, and the quality of the balls coming in behind with Pogba and Fernandes, it makes it just a different ball game. And it's the difference in level now with these teams. Obviously, Palace and Man United, we don't have that quality in behind the front line, you know. Just going through the lineups now on the screen. Obviously, the players have come out and they're lining up on the pitch. Their lineups are just coming up. We're literally a minute or so from kickoff. Come on, the Palace. Let's go. 2-0 Manchester United, says Mr. Zaki Boy. I wouldn't be surprised. As I said, I'm expecting a defeat here today, but if we have a good performance, then that is fine by me. A good performance, and I can and I'll be happy. I can walk away with this with, still feeling optimistic that we can have a good season. Ayun's up front, and Ayew obviously had a great game, and it was the game that kick-started his season last year. Obviously, early stages, it was a massive goal going 1-0 up against United, and that is what started his season personally. Can we cause them problems? United leaked goals at the end of last season. They're not known for keeping many clean sheets, this particular side. I think with our ability on the counter-attack, when it all clicks, of course, on our day, we can cause any team problems, and I'm really hoping that's the same again today. Getting nervous now. Kickoff literally just around the corner. Townsend clapping his hands, getting the team pumped up. Just about to click over now, guys, to get the score up when the ball kicks off. Got an assist last week. Townsend had a good game with a lot of pressure on him. A lot of fans questioning why he was starting, and I think he backed it up brilliantly. I was really happy to see he put on a good performance. Oh, yes, I know it, Adrian. I totally agree. It's a complete lack of actual analysis of a player, just stating his goals and assists and then making a judgment off of that. watch the player, watch how important he is in other areas of the pitch. It's not all about goals and assists with Zaha. He's so much more important than that. It's really poor in my opinion. Here we go, getting ready. Palace with the kickoff. Martin Atkinson reffing this today. I don't know how I feel about that. First watch along of the new season, guys. I'm hoping you're enjoying it. I am too. And we're about to kick off. Palace away to Man United. Can we get another great game? Another great performance in? Here we go. They were taking the knee, of course. And we kick off and we're underway. Let's go. Come on, you Palace. And we've gone straight away, and the ball goes straight back to Man United, but it's quite a high press straight off the bat. Zaha and Ayew both putting pressure on De Gea. Nice little header from Kouyaté. Kouyaté, what do you guys think of Kouyaté at centre-back, guys? Since he moved there, obviously, towards the end of last season when we had quite a few injury problems, I think he's a very good centre-back. He obviously starts there when he plays on international duty. He's a starting centre-back and captain his side as well. So I think that centre-back, would you start Kouyaté? Would he be a centre-back from now on, or would he still be a midfielder who can play at centre-back for you guys? I'd love to know what you think of that. Joseph, I'm watching it on Sky Sports at the moment. The game, just won a foul there, Palace, and we played it fairly quickly, played it short, knocking it out wide. Ayew with the ball in Manchester United's half. Lovely turn, keeping his balance really well. Lay it off now, Ayew. Well done, Ayew. Won the foul, gets the free kick. McTominay brought him down initially, and then Pogba brought him down again. We're playing it quickly. I like this. Good tempo at the start of the game. Starting things quickly. Townsend on the right-hand side, getting a bit tangled. The ball at his feet there. He's won another foul. And yes, we'll take that. Chance to cross it in early. Lovely start from the boys. Solid possession. And really, really good. I like the way that we've had a couple of free kicks here. We put them under pressure early. And we've not only just won the free kicks, but we've taken them quickly and not looked to let them settle into a tempo. We are dictating the tempo. I love that. Now, set pieces have always been a problem for Palace. Definitely under Roy Hodgson. We're just pants. We scored the fewest goals from set pieces in the league last season. Can we get a goal from a set piece today? First one, 1 minute 43 seconds in at the moment. Townsend standing over it. Perfect position for him to whip this in. An in-swinger. Stay on side, boys. Here we go. Whistle blows. Townsend comes up. In-swing and beats the first man, but headed away by Shaw. McCarthy's there, though, to pick it up. Options. He ends up playing it back to Mitchell. Nice little ball into Sacco, who's coming back from, obviously, the free kick. And he's on possession now on the halfway line. Don't do anything stupid, Sacco. Nice little pass sideways. And this is it. Well, we've kept the ball quite well here early on. I'm happy with this. Keeping the possession and, dictating play early in these early stages. Just giving the ball away there. That's a shame. But as I said, when we have the ball, Man United can't score. And that's the mentality you've got to look at there. Fosu Mensah on the ball, playing it back now to Lindelof, across to Maguire, and Man United getting their first period of possession now in the game at 2.5 minutes in. I'm really happy with the start so far, guys. Obviously, drop a like down below if you're enjoying the watch along. We'll be trying to do this as much as possible this season, obviously, until I can go back to games, which is going to be very, very rare this season, I think. And I think this is the way that things are going to go this season for most of the season anyway. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I hope you're enjoying, obviously, if you're watching the game as well. I hope we all enjoy the game and we don't end up walking away from this wondering what could have been. I hope we put it all out there on the pitch and give it our all. It gets frustrating when we don't do that. First attack here for Man United into the final third. And we've won a free kick brilliantly there. Great stuff from the boys. Under pressure there. That's when it's dangerous, Man United. When Rashford starts running at you and then looks to play the quick 1-2s and the interchange with Fernandes, Martial and Pogba joining as well. That's when they're most dangerous, Man United. Don't give them the opportunity to run at you with pace, because their quick 1-2s, their quick little knocks around in the front areas is where they're so good. Free kick there on the edge of our own box. Guaita's going to take it. The Kouyaté and Sacco move up the pitch. He's waved them forward. As I said, good start to the game. Man United, it's very early on, of course. I'm not going to get carried away, but it's a solid start. We've not looked on the back foot. We've looked to try and take the game to Man United and give them something to think about in the early stages. Obviously, this is their first game of the season, so their match speed isn't going to be 100%. So we've got to look to take advantage of that. Wilf tried to do a nice little layoff into Ayew, and he appeals for handball. It's not given, and Man United now have the ball back with Shaw on the opposite flank. Zaha with a proper press there, and we're pressing them high. Oh, McTominay just gets the ball passed back to De Gea there. Ayew was looking to pounce. It's a good start. Thank you, Diego. Thank you for that, mate. I appreciate the support there in the chat. I like this. We're in defensive areas. We're not letting them dictate the time and tempo on the ball. We're looking to get in their faces and, to try and frustrate them. And, the longer it goes on like this, obviously, if there were fans there, it would be a very, very different. It would be a different story. I think the fact that fans aren't there would help Man United a little bit because of, if it does stay 0-0 for large portions of this game, you can see the crowd turning, especially off the back of what has been a frustrating summer for most Man United fans would agree. It's been a frustrating summer for the club, and they're unhappy with what's been going on behind the scenes, especially with Woodward blaming the fans for the reason why there's negative energy. Definitely a no-no. And so, I think the way Palace are approaching this to try and put pressure on Man United early, or to at least try and press the team high up and not let them settle into their new Premier League season, of course, first game back, I think is a great idea. It's what we should be doing. Long ball forward. We won another free kick just there, by the way. So winning free kicks early. A lot of fouls already being given away by United. Again, getting back into the swing of things. Lovely header from Sacco there. Starting the game well, and early signs suggesting that he's doing okay. Chance here, nice little chip over from Andros Townsend. Fosu Mensah mopping up well, and Fosu Mensah, he's definitely a good oh, poor from De Gea. Oh, the pass from McCarthy wasn't very accurate there. De Gea's clearance went straight to McCarthy, who was high up the pitch. Really good start from Palace. And now we've got Zaha out wide right. Wins the throw-in. Poor from De Gea. And De Gea, the question marks are going to start coming out now when he starts doing stuff like that. Everyone's standing still, not on the half turn. Everyone's standing still, watching the ball, and just watched it go straight to McCarthy there. Slow start from Man United. Solskjaer will want them to up the tempo 100% right now. Sacco down on the ball, on the halfway line, looking to ping one of his trademark passes, and he couldn't find one, so he plays it short. But now we're in. Schlupp in. Is that handball? Not given. Played across the box. Townsend! Yes! 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 What a start! What a start! Is that going to be given as a handball? That's the only question mark. It's been a slow start. Solskjaer looking at the screen. Don't be given as a handball. This is lovely here. Mitchell, what a ball down the line into Schlupp. Please don't give that as a handball. It looks like a handball. What a ball across the box. And it goes to the far side, and there coming in around the back is Townsend on his weak foot, slots it into the bottom corner. It's a lovely goal, and it's a lovely move from Palace. That's not a handball, that's off the chest. That's 1-0 Palace. Come on, boys, that's got to be 1-0 Palace. Townsend, everyone down here at the start of the season. That's what I'm talking about. Brilliant from Townsend. And it's been given 7 minutes in, and it's 1-0 Palace. Yes, boys, it's a brilliant start. As I said, we deserve that. And again, first chance on goal, and we've taken it. And being clinical is something that we lacked for so long. And again, I know early stage of the season, try not to get carried away. But it's just great when we're playing a big team like United, that when a chance falls our way, we've taken it the first time of asking. And it's a lovely finish as well. It's a great ball by Schlupp. And again, Shaw and Fosu Mensah against Schlupp and Townsend out wide, and both the players won their individual battles there. It's a great goal, and it's a great start. And again, similar to last season, we go 1-0 up, and we set the tempo, we set the pace of the game, and it's Man United now who's got to react. Hopefully we don't now sit in. Well, we are going to sit a little bit deeper, obviously 1-0 up away at Man United, but hopefully we don't let them dictate the play and the tempo too much. It's okay to sit in and, have a breather or so for 5 minutes. You're at your weakest when you just scored a goal. If we get through the next 5-10 minutes without conceding and making it 1-1, then obviously then switch back to the way we started the game, I'd be very happy with that. We are doing that right now. We're sitting in, all 11 players inside our own, in our half. Man United now knocking the ball around the back, and obviously all the possessions with them at the moment since the goal. But you'd expect that. You'd expect us to sit a little bit deeper. But as soon as they get into the final third, I'm expecting pressing. I'm expecting us to be clever with the ball and to not give it away too easily back to them, and to just manage the game. Get through this next 5-10 minutes and manage the game. What a start, boys. Can we get a thumbs up in the chat? A like if you are enjoying this. A like if you're a Palace fan. And what am I doing? It is... I've got to change the score. I'm not paying attention. Should have been doing this as soon as it happened. There we go. It's 1-0 to Palace. Brilliant stuff. What a challenge from Joel Ward. What a challenge there. Rashford looking to get down the left-hand flank. And Joel Ward with a sliding tackle takes it out. And it's looking at the early stages like one of those games where the Palace players, they all seem to be in sync. They all seem to be doing their jobs correctly. First 10 minutes have been brilliant. It's a brilliant start to the game. And hopefully we can continue this, because what a start it's been. And we've won the ball up high up the pitch again. It's a lovely ball by Wilf, and Maguire's going to look to shepherd this out, is he? Well, we got them there in the corner. Can we keep them in the corner there? It's a lovely little ball one back by Wilf, and he plays it down the line brilliantly. Maguire just gets there ahead of Townsend to shepherd the ball out of play. And now they're right by their own corner flag. Luke Shaw with the throw. Can we keep... And we've boxed them in. We've got we're playing a high press. It's a great start from the boys. I love the way we're approaching this game. Don't let them out. Well in, Ward. Cleared up the pitch. Nod on from Zaha. Zaha winning the header. You don't see that often. It's cleared out for a Palace throw-in. I'll tell you what. I'm not getting carried away here, but a second goal, and oh my word. And Solskjaer is not looking happy on the bench. And I'm sure that Man United fans watching are not going to be very happy either with what they've seen at the start of the season, especially when they've been calling out for more signings. If this first 10 minutes is anything to go off, they need something to rejuvenate, to re-energise the squad. Schlupp, interchange with Townsend, looking to hit it early, and he just drags the shot. Confidence flowing through the team at the moment. A nice little 1-2 there from the throw-in. Townsend back to Ward. Lovely first-time ball to Zaha. Then into Schlupp. Schlupp, one touch out to Townsend, who continued his run inside, and the shot ends up getting dragged. Probably could have gone on a little bit further. And we're seeing here on the Sky showing the action areas, 22 and 72% of the ball has been in the middle of the third and Man United's third. Only 6% of the ball has been in our defensive third. And for 11 minutes in away at Old Trafford, that is a brilliant start and brilliant to see. It's all about whether we can keep it up for 90 minutes. And if it stays 1-0 for a long period, it's going to get very nervy. But we've been in this position before against teams like Man United, and we've come out the better team. So we've been in this position. We know how to win these games from this position. A lot of this squad have done that multiple times, which is a great thing to have. Yes, Ward. Ward's had a fantastic start down that right side. Not just defensively. He's only had one real thing to do defensively, and that was a great tackle on Rashford. But offensively, his link-up's been brilliant down that right side. And Townsend, they've both been brilliant. James with a sloppy pass. And Man United getting into good areas in the final third, or getting a chance to run into the final third. But then the passes are going astray. We are sitting quite compact, though, of course, making it difficult when Man United get into these areas. Fernandes with the ball knocks it out to Fosu-Mensah, who's quite central, looking to give it a hit, and we block the shot. It's from way out, and we end up blocking the shot. I don't think it was, even if it wasn't blocked, I don't think it was ever going to threaten the goal, or even Guaita, I should say. It looked like it was going high and wide, but it gets blocked by Schlupp. He does his job there. It's what you want to see. Get your body in front of it. Lovely stuff. And it is a corner to Man United. Now, can we defend a corner? Defensively from corners, we've been poor in the past, and offensively, we've obviously been poor. And with Fernandes on set pieces, this could be interesting. Let's have some leadership at the back with man marking. Get your head on this, lads. Get your head on this. It's played deep. Won by Pogba. It's knocked out it's knocked all the way back to Fernandes. Inside to Dan James on the edge of the box. Lofted one in. Cleared out. Well played. Good defending, boys. McCarthy clears. And relax. Oh, header back. Get there. Will! Get there. Oh, my God. Will slightly pulled out of that, and he almost pinched the ball from De Gea. What a chance that was. No, that's not a foul, ref. McCarthy gives the foul away there. I'll tell you what, United looking a little shaky at the back. De Gea not had a confident start to this game whatsoever. He's looked a little bit shaky when he's been on the possession there. A half-hearted clearance, and if Wilf was a little bit more on it there, he would have pinched the ball. He expected it to get cleared, and he just couldn't get the ball back there. There was a real chance there if he had his eyes open there and didn't expect the clearance, and he was anticipating the ball. He anticipated the ball to be cleared by there, and it wasn't. Shame. We need to keep that high press. I agree, mate, but it's more about managing the game. When they have the poor touch, being there like that. Schlupp has pinched it, and Zaha now driving into the half. He's only got Lindelof ready to beat. One-on-one. Play out wide. Well played, Wilf. Can we get another good cross from Schlupp? Out wide left. It is a good ball. It's cleared by Maguire. It's a good header. Mitchell there, though, and it's a nice little header back to Schlupp, out wide left. And he just couldn't get it. The ball just didn't fall for him there. And Man United have the ball back. We've won that. That's our ball. That's our ball, ref. Oh, I thought that was our ball 100%. But lovely start. It's a great start from Palace. It's a great start. And my heart's just going that little bit quicker now. It's just going that little bit quicker. Oh, God. Please, boys. Please. Let me know, guys, if the stream's looking okay. I think I was just a little bit buffering there from what I can see on the replay there. But if there's any problems, let me know in the chat. What a start. Only 15 minutes played. Whenever you seem to do well against top teams, it always goes slower, the clock, as well. Have you ever noticed that? I always seem to notice that. I think there's a problem with the clock. I think it should at least be 20 minutes. Man United looking to link up some play. Dan James, lovely little ball inside to Martial, and he's got a chance to turn and run, but the Palace boys straight on him, and I love that. As soon as he's got the chance to turn and run, we had 2 or 3 players instantly on him, and that's where Maka and McCarthy are so good in this side. Always good in that role. Excellent start so far. I totally agree, mate. It's an excellent start from the boys. Chance out wide here, and it's a throw into Man United. Again, doing well in these areas where Man United are starting to threaten in and around the box. We're doing well. We seem to be on it. And dealing with it, and it's another we've cut out really well there. It's a ball up the line, just fades out of play. Are you looking to get onto it? And Man United have the ball back in their defence, knocking the ball about. As I said, Man United have had most of the ball since we've gone 1-0 up, which you'd expect. You'd expect us to sit back and look to time that press. And that's a lovely block from Wilf, stopping the long ball forward from Fosu Mensah, and we've now got the possession back. Lovely stuff. Fernandez, get up. We're in possession of the ball, you helm. Come diving in trying to win the ball back. You've mistimed it. We've just did a little pirouette around you and you've fallen over. Get up, you tart. Why are we stopping the game? Yeah, I agree. 16 minutes in, Joseph, and it's already feel those little bit of nerves, don't you? Can we get a like down below, guys? Whether you're a Palace fan or not. No, you can't. Get up, mate. We've got possession of the ball. McCarthy's looked to step across, and he's done a little Cruyff turn inside, and obviously your front foot has to step forward to allow the ball to come to be a Cruyff turn behind you. And when he placed that front foot forward, he does catch the foot of Fernandez, but it's nothing. It's nothing. Get on with it. I tell you what, yeah, second half, if it stays 1-0, what a time to bring on someone like Eze, who we know when he came on in a winning position, hanging on a knife edge on a 1-0 scoreline, he still had the confidence to go out there and take players on against Southampton. Obviously, it's a different kettle of fish playing Man United, but to have a player who we know is confident and wants to express his ability and know that he's got energy in the side, both going forward and tracking back as well. What a time to bring him on, if we can keep it 1-0 as long as possible and bring him on in the second half. It's a great chance for Eze and Batshuayi to come on and have less pressure on them to perform. And I think that would be great at this stage of the season for them. Schlupp's so good in the air. He wins the goal kick, the header from... he beats Paul Pogba in the air, and it just goes to show Schlupp is so underrated in the air. He's got such a good spring on him. Mitchell with the throw in now. So happy with this start. Honestly, it's so good. And you can, as I said at the start of the stream, the first 10-15 minutes, you'll get the idea of how Palace are going to play in this game. And we look like we're having one of those days, having one of those days that where we've got results in the past. Very, very similar this performance so far to Man United last season. It's a great start. Saka there pouncing on that header. No, that's not a foul. Get on with it. I'll tell you what, we look the most likely to get the second as well. Obviously, that's dangerous. Zaha winning another free kick. That's about 6 or 7 free kicks that we've won already this half. Zaha, he's just too good for them, mate. There's a reason he didn't play for you, mate. He was just too good for you. What's happened there? The screen just stopped. All right, we're back. Free kick in a dangerous area again. Zaha winning it as per. Townsend again. Got a good ball on him, Townsend, when he beats the first man, at least. Oh. Cal Blundell, Zaha is ruining... Hello, Cal, mate. How you doing? Zaha ruining Man United. I love it when he performs against Man United. Right, Zaha, Townsend with the free kick. It doesn't beat the first man, but it's still in the box. Hit it! Get on it! Could have got on that. We could have got on that. Oh, chance here. Dan James running in. This is dangerous. Martial now. You've got to deal with this. Don't dive in. Don't dive in. Hold him up. Well defended. And Mitchell ends up clearing. Well done. We held our nerve there. That's where they're dangerous, Man United, when they've got room to run into and we don't have all our players back. On the counter, they're very, very deadly, United. Get out to him. Rashford now with the ball into Paul Pogba. Don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot. Easy save for Guaita. First shot on target for United. And breathe. Breathe. Yeah, good effort from Pogba, but in that position, with not that much power on it, it was an easy save from Guaita. And that would be good for the keeper there. Guaita, it's good to get his hands on the ball early like that with quite a tame shot. That's what you want in this sort of game. We've done well from goal kicks. We've won the ball. We're winning all the balls from our goal kicks, which is great. I think we're definitely winning the aerial battle early, which is, not something you expect to hear again for Palace, especially against a team like Man United, where they've got a lot of units in that side. But United have now got the ball back. Maguire knocks it all the way around to Fosu-Mensah. It's still in their half. Dan James bounces the ball back to Fosu-Mensah, knocks it back into Lindelof as they knock the ball around the back four, just where we want them. You can't score a goal from the back four. And again, it's like a half press at the moment. We've got all our players just inside our half now. Zaha still up front with two up front with Ayew, looking to both press from the front. Flat four and two flat banks of four. Just the way we thought we'd set up. It's looking really good so far. I'm really happy with this performance so far. 21 minutes played. Again, the clock's going far too slowly. 1-0 up Palace. All the pressure on Man United in this game. All the pressure on United. Can Palace see this game through to get a result? If we get a draw out of this game, I'll be very happy. Of course I would be. But it's a great start. Ball knocked out now to Shaw. Wide left. He's high up the pitch. Into a good touch from Rashford. Wide left as well. Comes back. Good defending. We've got two players out there. And well tracked. Ward tracks the run of Luke Shaw. But McTominay's got space. On the edge of the box. Looks to shoot. Just wide of the far post. Just wide of the far post. It's a good start or good opportunity there from Manchester United. First real opening there, I think. And yeah, Guaita had it covered, to be fair, from that reverse angle. He had it covered. But, yeah, just got to make sure they don't get too many of those opportunities and we look to close it down a little bit quicker. But it's all okay at the moment. It's all okay at the moment. Can relax. Let's just relax. United with all the ball at the moment, but that's fine. We've been in this position countless times before. And we've won the ball again. Schlupp running forward. We've pinched the ball, and this is where we're so deadly this season on the counter. Oh, release it. Schluppy. That was a bit poor. We're better than that. We've pinched the ball there in the midfield. And we've broken quickly and Schlupp just held the ball too long and McTominay tackles him. That's where we've got to be a bit more clinical. Release the ball earlier. And Dan James gets down the wing, looks to cut the ball back, and it's a good block from Mitchell, who keeps up with Dan James there and ends up giving away a corner, but it's well defended from Mitchell there. No problems with him blocking that for a corner. Can we deal with this corner, please, Palace? No goals from corners. That'd be nice. But yeah, Schlupp there. Just lay the ball. You had options left and right. Just lay the ball off. Keep the attack and the momentum going. Ball whipped in from Fernandes, going deep. Maguire wins it, but it's too high, and the ball goes straight up in the air from his header. Martial now picks it up inside the box. He's now outside the box, on the right up on the left-hand side. Maguire now, he's going to play that into McTominay. McTominay in space again. Inside to Martial, but he's overhit the pass and it's gone out for a goal kick. And relax. Mitchell has matured very quickly. He has, mate. Very similar to Wan-Bissaka. Coming straight into the side, straight into Premier League action, straight from the academy. And he's gone straight and he's taken it in his stride. It's fantastic how mature he is at such a young age. And again, as I said, very similar signs to Wan-Bissaka. It feels like a Wan-Bissaka 2.0, but again, I don't want to get carried away with it. Again, you've got to keep your feet on the floor with these young players and don't get carried away with them. But it's been fantastic signs early on. And for me, he starts for the foreseeable future. Even when Van Aanholt comes back, I think he offers so much more than Van Aanholt defensively. And we've won the ball here. Chance for Zaha. Is he going to hit it? He plays it wide to Townsend, edge of the box. He's going to look to cut on his left foot inside the box now, and he skies the shot. got to be better in those areas there. The shot, it was going to be hard to score from there, but even so, look, they were sloppy there. McTominay, poor touch, and Wilf was there on him. And he makes a nice ball to Townsend, and he just gets inside the box, cuts in on his right foot, looks to curl it, but he almost scoops the ball straight up in the air, and that's poor from Townsend, really. Should be doing better there. At least should be testing the keeper at least. But, it's good signs. It's good signs that when we are counter-attacking, we look a lot more dangerous than when Man United are getting the ball into our final third, which you'd expect as a new way side against Man United. You'd expect a team that plays in the counter-attacking style to get more room and more space when going forward on the counter-attack than Man United are at home. Throw in for Man United, and there's Chiarte mopping it up well, carrying on his good form from the Southampton game. Sacco winning a header as well, and then Chiarte winning another challenge. Good stuff. Man United still have the ball because it is fixed. Fosu Mensah now, and the ball gets knocked back to the defence, and we've got good shape. We're letting those midfield runners pick up the ball, coming short, but as soon as they turn, we are on them. And there again, straight on Martial. Fernandes has ended up picking up the ball there. That's unlucky. It was a great challenge from McCarthy, and the ball kind of dribbled out straight into, trickled out straight into the path of Fernandes there. That was a bit unlucky. You only dislike some Man United fans. I'd expect that from Man United fans. To be fair, you're watching a stream where you're losing. I'm not fussed by that. It's frustrating. And McCarthy, after that challenge, is down. We've had such a good start to the game. Hopefully it's not an actual... Hopefully he's not injured here and he doesn't have to come off. It's not looking great, early signs. I can't go through another season of injuries. I really can't. I really can't go through another season of injuries. Please don't, boys. How are we all doing? We're halfway through the first half. We're over halfway through the first half now. Get to half time 1-0 up, and it's a perfect first half. It really is. Great performances so far from every single one of the players on that pitch. And we're seeing the Townsend goal again now. Sacco played it. Mitchell, it's a great ball down the line, and Schlupp makes a great run. And he just has that nice little... it's just a lovely ball across. And again, Shaw just ball watching there, but Townsend has it all to do. It's quite a tight angle on his weak foot. He hasn't got the time to turn onto his left foot. And he slots it first time, and De Gea gets a hand to it, but not enough to keep it out. And it's brilliant. I'm loving it. I'm still nervously excited. Absolutely. I think we all are, mate. I think we all are. Thanks again for everyone watching this stream. I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying it. I always enjoy it. McCarthy's up and running, which is great. Can he last the rest of the game? I don't know yet. It's early signs. Hopefully he's okay because he's been playing really well. And again, as I said, McArthur and McCarthy, as soon as the midfield players for Man United turn and look to run forward in our final third, we're on them like that. And it's really good. It's really good so far. Throw into Palace. I'm talking a lot. That's a lot of talking, Got a dry mouth. Please, boys. Please. What a start this would be if we can get something out of this game. Just managed to mop that up. Looked like we had a chance to run in at the defence there, but McTominay cancels out that opportunity to run. And United starting to get the ball going again. Again, looking like the side with more possession, of course, as you'd expect, but not doing anything with it as of yet. I don't want to jinx it because we've looked really comfortable so far. And McTominay, with a good chance for Man United on the edge of the box, probably should have hit the target. He puts it wide. That's the only real chance they've had. Shaw making a nice little run. They're getting in these areas quite well where they're knocking it across the face of the box. Just don't let them have the opportunity to shoot from there because they've got so many good players who can really punish us from there. I think if it was Pogba or Fernandes with that McTominay shot, I wouldn't be surprised if it was on target. Rashford now out wide. He's had to come a little bit deeper to pick up the ball, which is just what you want, of course. And it's a credit to the way we've defended. I think a few players are getting frustrated for Man United. Rashford looking to make a run, has to play it backwards because we've cancelled out that opportunity. Ball now is spread over to Dan James. One-on-one with Mitchell. What's he going to do? He tracks him well. The ball goes through his legs, so it's unfortunate. But Sacco does his job well, clears, and Schlupp blocks the cross from Fernandes. And now we're on the counter again. Wolf down the line. You've got the whole of Old Trafford to run into. One-on-one with... Go outside him. Go on. Beat him. Wins the corner. Lindelof did well there. Really good defending from Lindelof. But that's where you want Wilf. 1-on-1. Going down the wing, looking to cut inside. And I think he just had... Lindelof had a good couple of yards ahead of him there when Wilf tried to beat him. And if it was 1 or 2 more yards, I think he may have got there ahead of Lindelof. But Lindelof just does enough and gets the ball out for a corner. And it's a chance again for Palace. Can we put a corner away, though? Question marks. Just need a good ball in. And this is where, when Eze is on the pitch, he's on the corners. And Eze's corners have been good against Bournemouth and when he came on against Southampton. So hopefully he'll be on the corners again when he comes on later, because I'm sure he will come on at some point in this game. McCarthy over it now, and it's a floated ball. Chance. Oh, hit it. Schlott. Oh, the ball just didn't drop for us. It was a block. Deal with this. Relax. Wood. Oh, Guaita comes charging out. What are you doing? Oh my God, Guaita came charging out there and sliced the clearance. There wasn't any need for that. I like the confidence from him, but when you see the keeper charging out and doesn't get hold of the ball, nervy. And Rashford's on the floor holding his head. I don't know what for. He's just lost a header. You're not getting the foul, mate. You're wasting your own time. Just get on with it, mate. Ward comes in and he's looking at the ball and his arm is high up, but he's getting leverage. You know, he's not leaning in with an elbow. Poor from Guaita there. Poor. Yeah, Rashford doesn't even challenge the ball. He just stands there. Of course, you're going to get hit with an elbow if you just stand there. It's nothing. That's nothing. And if nothing should happen there, and I'm not going to have any United fans suggest otherwise. When Rashford stands there. Of course, when Ward jumps, he's going to be at head height with his arms. Of course he is. Rashford stood there and he's not even challenged the ball. Of course you're going to get clattered, mate. Yeah, brilliant stuff here. Yeah, Atkinson's just told him to get on with it. Don't try it, Man United. You've got quality players on the pitch. You can do better. You're better than that. Ward is telling him to get on with it. Love that from Wardy. But we know what we're doing. We're Crystal Palace, for sake. We know what we're doing. Ward's now giving it back to Guaita for coming out and putting him under pressure. No need, because Ward was tracking that. I know Rashford against Ward, there's only one man winning that race, but Ward was a good 5-10 yards ahead of Rashford there when Guaita came charging out. So I back Ward to be able to get to the ball and knock it back in that time. I still think he'd beat Rashford to the ball there. We have possession of the ball, so give it back. Man United players love to bloody moan. If you've got quality on this pitch, you should be beating us. Go ahead and beat us with the quality you've got. Let's not stop moaning. Bloody hate it when these big teams start moaning with challenges that nothing challenges and nothing, you know, and feeling like they're hard done by nothing, you know. Let's just get on with the game. They're more than likely going to get some big chances at some stage. You know it. So let's not. Yeah, let's get on with it. That's absolutely right, mate. Oh, Townsend hold the ball there. Fernandez on the halfway line plays it. Nice ball into Rashford there. Plays the short out wide. Has to cut in and come back. Yeah, great defending. He was looking for a ball forward there, but we cut out all the passing lanes and then he's had to go back. It's good. And when we're sitting compact like this, we're very experienced, of course, of sitting compact like this. We've done it so many times before. We know what we're doing in these scenarios, and that's a great touch from Ayew. Surely that's a free kick. He's holding him, ref. Fossey Mensah with the ball. Don't let him shoot. And he's not. Ayew with a lovely bit of pressing there. They've got the overload. Rashford looking to get the shot off on the edge of the box. Trying to get the half a yard, but it's a good block. Again from Chiarte. And McCarthy has the composure to chest it down. The Flying Scotsman chested it down to hoof it away. Love that. In his own area. He does, mate. He's very confident, Wardy. I totally agree with you. Rocky, unfortunately not, mate. I don't know a stream for this. I'm watching on Sky at the moment. I can't help you there, I'm afraid, mate. And breathe. Yeah, last 10 minutes, of course, it's all been in the middle of the pitch in our third, but you'd expect that after going 1-0 up. We're now going to look to sit back and counter-attack, and why not? You know, why not? We did what the game plan was, to go at them early and look to get an early goal. It worked. And then once we get the early goal, go back to what we're good at. which is being frustrating teams, making them get men forward, and then looking to counter. That's a poor pass from Pogba, and we've got the ball back, and United not clicking at the moment. That's a poor ball forward, and we've wasted a good counter-attacking opportunity there, which is annoying. We've done that the last couple of times now. We've wasted decent opportunities to counter-attack, but Man United aren't clicking at the moment. They're just that their tempo isn't there. And maybe it's, like we said earlier, maybe it's match speed and match fitness being their first game back. Maybe the fact we've had one game in the Premier League already helps us a little bit. But as I said, I think the quality of players that Man United have kind of cancels that out. That one game advantage that we've had in the Premier League, and they're experienced players anyway. I don't think you can use that as an excuse necessarily, but they do seem to be a little bit slower in their tempo. Not really hit the ground running there. Shaw beats Ward there to the ball. Lovely little 1-2 of Rashford, but it's a really poor cross and it goes over everyone for a throw-in on the opposite side of the pitch. And Hudson looking very relaxed and calm, sitting in the dugout there. He's chatting obviously to Lewington alongside him. Chiarte, what a man. What a rock at the centre-back he's been. He's been a fantastic player so far this season. I say so far, we're only a few games in, of course, but he's been really important. He's been really important to our success against Southampton, and he's been really important in this game. Mitchell, playing Man United, it hasn't phased him by the looks of things. He's as confident as he's ever looked. Can he get there, Townsend? Oh, Shaw mops that up. So close to getting in a position where we can really threaten for a second, though. Less than 10 minutes to go of the first half. I will move that timer, by the way, guys. It looks like a bit of glare from the light. Seems to be blocking the timer, so I will move that if you guys can't see it properly. But Dan James going forward now. Oh, Fosu Mensah turns, looking for a cutback. James, oh, good block. Good block. Again, negating the chance. They've got in really dangerous areas there. Fosu Mensah's offside. And relax again. Calm. Don't be stressed, Tom. Don't be stressed yet, mate. If it's like this with 10 minutes to go, then be stressed. Because I will be. But at this point, we can relax. Again, when Man United are getting into these dangerous areas, so many players there in front. Dan James looking to hit the first time shot, but we had not eight. We had 4 or 5 Palace players in front of him there. There was no route through to goal there. I would have been very, very disappointed if that had got through those defenders and it had gone in the back of the net. Great defensively again. It's been a fantastic start. Lewis has said it. He's the first one to say it. He's put Europe in the chat. I'm not going to go quite yet, Lewis, but it's brilliant. It's a brilliant first half so far. Defensively solid. I love the game plan. We went at them early, looked to get an early goal and put them under pressure, and we have, and then resort to what we know, sitting deep, frustrating them even more, and looking to break them on the counter attack. The game plan has worked perfectly so far. It obviously all changes if they get an equaliser. And it's about mentally how we respond to that, because last season we responded brilliantly. We just went up the other end with a minute or so to go and we got a winner. I don't think it'll be quite the same this time round if they do equalise. Man United with all the ball at the moment, which you'd expect, and they're now in the final third. They're out wide with Dan James. Fosu Mensah looking to get the ball in first time, but there's Schlupp cancelling out, and it's a Palace. Not Palace, a Man United throw-in. Whew. Another goal, and it relieves so much pressure, not just obviously for the fans, but the players. They must play with a little bit less pressure on them with the second goal. We must surely think that. Ward, lovely bit of reading of the play there from Ward. It's a lofted pass from Lindelof all the way up diagonally to Shaw, and Ward reads it, quickly gets out there and flicks it away for a Man United throw-in. He's read that well because Shaw was in there on the diagonal if Ward didn't make that. Lovely stuff there from Wardy. Oh, takes a tumble there and smacks his head into the turf. That would have hurt. He's gone on with it though, because he's not a Man United player. Exactly, mate. Engage Castle. What is it about us, Manchester? We love playing there. The last 4 visits we've had to Manchester clubs in the league, we've been undefeated, which is ridiculous. I don't think any team in the league has had that, where we've gone to Man City twice and Man United twice in the last 2 seasons. And we've not lost in those 4 games. Mental, isn't it? We really do like playing these big teams away. We have the perfect sort of strategy against these sides when it all clicks, obviously. Lovely little link up. This is where they're so dangerous. The quick 1-2 passing in and around the box. Offside? I think he's offside. Or is it a foul? Oh my God, he's given a foul right on the edge of the box. I think here, Martin Atkinson. This is dangerous. This is dangerous now. Yeah, this quick link-up play here. Oh, get up, you tart, Fernandez. That looked harsh. That looked really harsh. But that's where they're most dangerous, United, when they start doing quick 1-2 passing around the edge of the box, and then they almost break into the final third, and they're looking at a pen. Don't be bloody ridiculous. There's no pen there whatsoever. It's a free kick, and that's that. There's no penalty. This is such a United thing if they give a penalty. He's not even looking at Pogba. He's got his eyes on the ball, McCarthy. Don't even. They're looking at this far too long. This is not a penalty. I'm not having it. There's no penalty there. He's got his eyes on the ball. He's not even looking at Paul Pogba. How can you say that's a penalty? Yeah, it's a free kick. Get on with it. It's a free kick. Get on with it. I'll tell you what, they have some absolute plebs in this VAR box. They're looking at this far too long. I swear to God, this is not a penalty. This is not a penalty. And they're taking far too long here. He's not even looking. He's not even looking at the man. Good. Thank you. For a moment, I thought they were going to give that here. Right, free kick to Man United. Fernandes. The ball does their job brilliantly. Corner to Man United. I swear to God, if they gave that, it is so fixed. It's such a big club decision if they gave that as a penalty. They've looked at that far too long. McCarthy doesn't even look at Pogba. He's clearly backtracking to get his head on the ball. And he stands on Pogba's shoe. And all of a sudden now that's a potential penalty. Let's not be silly now. It was never a pen. And I'm not having anyone tell me otherwise. I'll admit if it's a penalty, but that was never a pen. Right, let's see this out, boys. We've got 5 minutes to half time. Please, Rashford on the edge of the box. There's a hard coming back, tracking. That's not a foul. Get up, yes. Well done, Mark Atkinson. Not having any of that BS from Fernandes there. Shut up, Fernandes. Get on with it. Stop complaining. And now we pinch the ball off of Man United. Can we counter? Release. We've won the foul. Brilliant from Ayew. Brilliant. And now we calm down. Now we set the pace for the end of the half. Brilliant from Ayew. He could have played the ball forward, but he wins the foul. He gets his body, gets sandwiched by Maguire and Fosu-Mensah. And now, yeah, we haven't even put the ball down yet. This is good. Just get to half-time, boys. We've only got 3 minutes. Get to half-time, and it's a job well done. Looking to play it long up the pitch. Playing it down the line. Ayew trying to flick it on. Was that a push? Don't think, no. It would have been very harsh if he gave that, I think, on Man United. Got to win that, and Kiyate wins it. Can he win the second one? No. Get there, Ward. Yes. Wardy's had a great half. I have to say, Wardy's mopped up everything. He knows he hasn't got the pace to keep up with Rashford, James, Martial. But he's given himself that extra yard, that extra time to think, and he's read the game brilliantly this half. Yusuf, I don't hate United players. I hate it when any player at a top club complains and gets frustrated with the ref and giving stuff that are just clearly not fouls, you know, and it's from frustration that they're losing, of course. But if they're world class players on the pitch for United, world class players on the pitch. If they're, stop complaining and go and win the game for your club, And I think it's poor when players of that quality resort to complaining and moaning at the ref because they're losing, and they almost start blaming the ref that decisions aren't given when they're not fouls. PSG are a great example of that. I think PSG moan at the ref far too much when they're losing and lose their heads. And they've got all the quality in the world to win every game they play. They shouldn't lose any games. That's a goal kick. Lovely. And I think that's what I hate about not just Man United players. I don't hate Man United players, but I hate that when any player at a top team starts making excuses for their poor performances. Van der Beek looking very miserable on the bench there. I bet he would want to come on the pitch. I'm sure he will if it carries on like this. Keep hitting the likes and subs. Love that, Diego. Thank you very much for the support there, mate. Yeah, 100th game for Schlupp, and he's pulled out a brilliant assist. It's a good point, Joseph. Maguire with winning that header there off the goal kick. Oh, Man United have got the ball now. Can we pinch it? Yes, it's a great challenge. Oh, it looked like it must have been McTominay who got there first. Yep, fair play. That is a foul. Does he? Just looking now. Yeah, McTominay does get there first. It is a foul. Is a foul. No yellow card though, which is good. No yellow cards at all, which has been good for Palace. Our discipline's been brilliant. Minute till injury time. Please, can we just see this out, boys? There's an overlap on for Fosu-Mensah. Sacco brilliantly heads away and falls to Paul Pogba. Really deep, Paul Pogba now. He's had to come deep to get the ball. He hasn't had much of the ball this half, if I'm honest. Maguire now driving forward. Very high line, Man United. They've got all their players in the final third pretty much. A counter-attack is on if we pinch it in this area of the pitch. We'll just be looking to see it out now, though. I don't think there'll be any real attempts of a counter-attack here. Good shape again from Palace. Midfield players having to come deep to pick up the ball, and they've had to bounce it straight back. Poor pass from McTominay, and they've had to go all the way back to the keeper there. Lovely stuff. And the boys in red and blue are frustrating the Red Devils and keeping chances down to a minimum. And as I said already, bar touchwood, that we don't have any silly things in the injury time now. It has been a perfect first half. Hopefully I haven't jinxed it there. Injury time should only be about a minute. I don't think the board's even gone up. Hopefully the ref just blows now, please. 4 minutes injury time, my arse. 4 minutes for the first half. When do you ever see that in the first half injury time? Ball's falling here. Fernandez out wide. Fosu-Mensah's got time to put in a cross along the face of the box. Oh my God, that was so close to going through everyone. Wilf with a chance now. Go on, Wilf. Skin Lindelof. Oh, they've got back in numbers now, Man United. Go on, Wilf. Still with the ball. Come on, boys. Only a minute into injury time. If we score now, it seems. Are you in the box? Yes! Oh, what a save from De Gea! If you put that in the corner, it's definitely 2-0, but it was a too central. Even so, what a save from De Gea, and Zaha as well. He initially could have done better there against Lindelof. He still with the ball though, laid out wide to Ayew, and he skins McTominay inside out, cuts inside, stutters, and then hits it, and it is straight out De Gea. De Gea has to make that save, but oh my God. It's a good save. It is a good save. It's one you expect him to make, but it's still good reaction save. If it was a good yard further, it's definitely gone in. And now it's a corner to Palace. We've not really threatened from corners in this game. Townsend to whip it in swinger, and it's cleared easily by Lindelof. Please make this, and we make that. There was a counter attack on if we didn't make it. Time on out wide with Wilf. It's a good touch. He's done well there. He's cut inside. He's got to hit it, and it's dragged it just wide. So close to going 2.5. If we scored there, we could dream of getting a result again at Man United. If we got the second there at 1-0, it's still very, very nervy. But what a first half this has been for the boys. There's still another 2 minutes to play. There's still plenty of time for something to happen here for both teams. So we've got to keep our discipline. There's a poor header there, but it's another poor header from Fosu-Mensah as well. Ayew with the ball. Looking to try and beat players there. Oh my God, Schlupp on his arse, Schlupp! Zaha with the ball now, and we go back to the original found Schlupp. He turned into Lionel Schlupp there, and McTominay's fuming. Palace, come on, the boys. What are we doing? Well, this is fantastic football from the boys. It's a free kick, and this should be the last play of the first half here. We should see this out from here, the first half, but good advantage from Atkinson. The ball went to Wilf, no advantage, and we go back. Really good refereeing from Atkinson there. Credit where it's due. And we've got a chance to put the ball in the box, or we could just knock it around and hold it. We've still got a minute until half time. Nothing silly here, boys. But yeah, Sacco with another long pass towards the corner. Schlupp with the flick. Win the ball there. Ayew's won the ball. He's got time to cut. He's coming in now into the box. Play it back. Don't do too much. He does like to hold the ball a lot, Ayew. He had the chance to lay it off there, but he's gone into the corner looking to just see it out in the first half. I love that. The game management's brilliant, and we've wrestled around that. That is a Man United ball, but it wasted about 20 seconds. It's only the first half, and we've gone to the corner there. Lovely stuff. It's a brilliant first half so far from Palace. Nothing I can fault them on there. Absolute fantastic stuff. I don't think there's going to be enough time here for United to threaten at all. Time, relax, play it back to the keeper, which we have. I have to say, boys, if we do this sort of performance in the second half, we've got a great chance of coming away with something. That's a great kick. And all of a sudden, what are you doing, Schlupp? Hold the ball, mate. We could have had a chance there for another effort on goal. We've definitely looked the stronger team going forward. That's a foul by Will, but that should be half-time now. That will be half-time in any second now. But what a first half. Oh, my God. And we've looked the most dangerous team going forward as well. We've looked really, every time we go forward, it's typical as a team sitting back looking to counter. We look dangerous against a top team like United. And you have to just stand there and applaud. And I will. You've got to just applaud it. Fantastic first half from the boys. And I tell you what, with the Southampton performance as well, to tie into this first half performance, what a start to season. Roy, you're tactical genius so far. What a first half. Boys and girls, I will be back, obviously, for the second half. I will be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to get a drink because that is in a lot of talking there. And my mouth is dry as anything. But what a first half. 1-0 to Palace, and we've been the better team. United fans will rightfully so be disappointed in that first half performance so far. So I will be right back. Bear with me. We're back, boys. We are back. We're back. We are back. 1-0 to Palace, and what a first half that was. Excellent half of football. Perfect first half of football, in my opinion. Game plan was clearly to look to press early on in the half. Don't let them have time on the ball. This is their first game back. Don't let them have time on the ball. Get in their faces. Make it hard and difficult for them. Let them know they're in for a really tricky game here. And that's exactly what we did. We really did well in the first 5-10 minutes to put them pressure on them. And the idea was to try and get, chances in early and look to get an early goal in the early stages of the game. It was clearly the game plan, and it worked. It was a lovely through ball down the line by Mitchell, who's really taken that position at left back into his stride at such a young age. It's brilliant to see. Very, very much like Wan-Bissaka, I have to say. And he plays it down the line. It's a lovely touch from Schlupp. Ends up beating Lindelof for pace. Lovely ball right across the 6-yard box. It's too far for the keeper to come out, too far for the defender to come in and slide it away. Perfectly weighted. And there at the back post, incoming Townsend on his weak foot, first time. De Gea gets a hand to it, but too much power on the shot, and it's put away. And that was our first shot as well, and we scored from it. And being clinical in front of goal is something we've lacked for so long. And I know that with Batshuayi isn't on the pitch, and he's the answer to that problem. But to see other players like Townsend, like Zaha against Southampton, when the chance falls their way and we take it rather than squander it. The only other real chance we had in that half was Ayew at the very end, where he gets the shot off, and it's a really good save from De Gea, a yard further to De Gea's right. And I don't think he has the reactions to save that because of the pace on the shot. So, that's the only real two chances we had. One of them goes in, one of them really close to going in. So we've looked a lot more threatening going forward than we have in previous games, which I'd love to see. And then obviously when we go 1-0 up, the game plan there is to sit back defensively, soak up pressure and look to counter-attack. And we're so good at doing that. That's been our style of play since we got promoted to the Premier League. It's always been our style of play to sit with two banks of four, definitely against the top teams anyway, frustrate them, make things hard and difficult. And when they get frustrated, we then look to break forward and counter-attack. And we always are open to opportunities in that sort of style of play because Man United slowly bring more players forward the longer it goes, and the longer the game goes at 1-0 down, they start bringing more players forward to try and get a goal, and that opens up more space for us on the counter-attack. The problem obviously comes when they do get an equaliser, is how we react to it, how Man United feed off of that goal. And there's still 45 minutes to play, so there's a long way to go, of course. But it's very similar to last season, where we actually looked more comfortable 1-0 up this season than we did last season. United had chances last season. We were definitely riding our luck last season to not go 1-0 down, or to not concede an equaliser as late into the game as we did. We obviously had a penalty missed as well. We got very lucky. There was a penalty shout here. No way was it a penalty on Pogba. I think that would be incredibly harsh on us. Just watching the goal back now, lovely from Schlupp, and it's brilliant from Townsend. And Shaw and Lindelof there should have done better, really. They lost their individual battles there, and that's been a problem for Man United for a while now. I love this club, says Sam. Love that. Love the kit, pal. We home today. No, we're away, Paul. I'm glad you like the kit. It is growing on me, I have to say. But yeah, that is the first half of my analysis there done, guys. And basically, if we do the same sort of performance in the second half, it's all on United to come out and play better and perform at a higher standard, because they don't look as if they're at the match pace at the moment. They just don't look as if they're mentally, or not mentally, I think they are mentally there and they're mentally ready. But fitness-wise, pace of the Premier League, we've had one game, maybe that's played a little bit of an advantage. But as I've said already, I think the level of players and the quality of players Man United have kind of levels that out. When you have world-class players in every position in your side, or 9 or 10 positions out of 11 in your side, when you have world-class players there, you know, the fact you've had one, you're playing an opposition who's had one more week in, or one game more than you in terms of Premier League tempo. I really don't think it makes that much of a difference. I don't think that can be used as an excuse. I just think United look off the pace. They're looking at Man United chances now. They're all, you know, just inside the box or just outside the box. That McTominay chance looked like it was going in, but Guaita on the angle, you could see had it covered. The big one there was great chance for McCarthy there. There were chances where, you know, when Man United do get those quick 1-2s in and around the box and in the final third, when they do come off, that is when they look dangerous, and that is when you do worry, because that is where that is them to a T. If you stop them running at you with pace, or getting the ball on the half term and then running with their pace in the front three at you, you negate that and you negate their quick 1-2s inside the box, you get a foot in quickly. That is Man United, a large part of Man United dealt with. I really struggled to see their plan B. Interesting here, Greenwood is stripped off, ready to go. He's warming up. He's going to be coming on, and you know, if he has a chance on left or right foot in just inside the box, you bet on him to at least get it on target. Let's put it that way. That's a good substitution for Man United, one they needed to make, and I think it'll be for Dan James. They've got to look to win here, because you know they've got to get off to a winning start, Man United. So as I said, the pressure's all on them. I can see more space opening up on the counter-attack, and we've looked good on the counter-attack. We've been the better team. We deserve to be 1-0 up. If we replicate that first half performance again in the second half, and all of those players played brilliantly. Sacco, big question marks over him, but he's really stepped up and he's dealt with everything coming his way. He's not been silly when he's had the ball. He's had some good lofted balls as well from free kicks. All the players on the pitch are doing us proud, and and against the top teams they typically do. And I'm very proud of every player out there at the moment, and hopefully it can continue in the second half and we get another magical result in Manchester. Coming over to some of you guys in the chat, announced Champions League ? To Sam Lawrence. Well, we will be in the Champions League if the result stays like this for another 45 minutes, mate. We will be in a Champions League spot with 34 games left of the season. How do you get Sky Sports, Joseph? Do you subscribe to Sky Sports? I really don't like Sky. I wish they gave all the rights to the prime top six bias. We score a good goal and they just talk about Man United defence. They're going to do that. They're going to do that, mate, because obviously the focus is on how poor Man United is rather than how good Palace is. That is just the way it goes, unfortunately. But we are playing very good football at the moment. We deserve all the credit that comes our way. And if Sky aren't going to give it to us, I sure as hell am going to be giving us the credit. Paul, can we win the FA Cup? I'd love to go for the FA Cup this season, mate, because obviously the aim in the league, really, I feel, is to finish in the top 10 or mid-table at least. That's like my go-to aim in this season. I think we will do that. If we're playing anywhere near like this consistently, then we will do that. A run in the FA Cup would be brilliant. Do you think Eze will come on and Batman? I definitely think Eze will. I think Batshuayi will come on, but probably after Eze. I think he'll come on later in the game, as I maybe like to waste some time. Both of them played 90 minutes on Tuesday, and at this early part of the season, I think Roy's just watching their fitness, making sure they're not overused. But Eze, I can definitely see Eze coming on with, hopefully before the 70th minute, hopefully around 60, 65 minutes. But to be fair, if it carries on the way it is, I wouldn't change too much about this. But it's a perfect time for Eze to get a chance to come on the pitch, because when we're playing with confidence and we have a really confident young player coming on who has the work rate to track backwards and forwards and express himself at Old Trafford in a team that's beating Man United, what better time to bring Eze on than that? And for once, we're in a position where we're winning, and we have players on the bench that can change the game for us if we do concede. And if we are looking to hold on to the game, we still have players on the bench that can help us see the game out as well. We've got some actual depth on the bench, which is something we haven't had with injuries in previous seasons. It's fantastic to see. It's fantastic to have. It's not something we're used to having. And yeah, 1-0 up half-time. When we're coming back in a minute, we will, of course, be starting the second half. And it's a massive 45 minutes because it could be another history-making result for Palace. Don't want to get carried away. First 10 minutes, massive in the start of the second half. Got to see the first 10 minutes out. And carry on the same again second half has to be the message. It's all on Man United to step it up. If we carry on the way we are, we still got a lot in the tank in terms of stepping our game up as well, I think. Yeah, Sam, I agree. I think that's what will happen. I'll be surprised if he brings Batshuayi on ahead of Eze, if I'm honest. It depends how bad the knock is, because I know Eze had a little niggle, and that's probably why he didn't start today. Jonas, we all want to see Eze play, mate. We all want to see him. Trust me, I'm the same as you, mate. I understand why Roy's being cautious over him, because he doesn't want to play him and aggravate any potential injuries he's got or knocks that he's recovering from, obviously from pre-season and midweek. I think he got a small knock. So just to be sure, don't risk him unless it's necessary. I understand that. I'm just going to sit back quickly, guys, and just take a moment to breathe, because this could be a really massive moment for us if we can see this game out. There's so long to go. But come on, boys, we can do this. We've done it before in the past. We know how to do it. Just got 45 minutes to do it again. Oh. Just got to breathe. Mason Greenwood looks like he's about to come on as well, obviously. Right. Moment to think done there. Let's get back to it. Be sure to leave a like, the guys down below, of course. If you're a Palace fan, I expect a like down below. We're beating Man United 1-0, and you're here witnessing it live with me. Arsenal, West Ham coming out later today. That could be a bit of a battering for West Ham if they're not on it. And yeah, it's exciting times at the moment with Palace, which is something we're not used to. Like the stream if you're enjoying this, and if you're not a fan of United, of course, drop a like anyway, and a share of the stream. Get some more people involved if they're not United fans to watch the game with us. Carabao Cup, we're out of that, so I'm not really interested in that. And the players are coming out. Greenwood is on. I think it's going to be for Dan James. I'm expecting it to be for Dan James. I don't think Dan James had a poor half necessarily. I don't think it was any worse than 4 or 5 other players out there on the pitch for Man United. There were quite a few players with poor performances in that first half. The team collectively were just slow and a bit lethargic. I'm expecting them to come out the blocks a lot quicker and to try and dictate tempo and dictate pace of the game. Because when United do that, with the ability they have in the pace and the attacking areas, that's when they're at their most dangerous. So if we can do our best in the first 5-10 minutes to see through this early pressure, which I'm expecting, and then get back into that phase we were in where we were dictating tempo and we were, cutting out those through balls and cutting out those quick 1-2 passes, that negates a big part of Manchester United's attacking game plan. And I did say there might be a penalty. I wouldn't be surprised with the amount of penalties United got last season and, the way they play. And they almost got one in a weird fashion. And hopefully we don't give away a penalty this time in the second half, because we did obviously last time out and we were lucky that it got hit the post and stayed out last season. But You would expect them to put a penalty away this time round if one falls their way. So Greenwood coming on. I think it is for Dan James. This will confirm it. Yep, coming on for Dan James as we expected. And this is their strongest front three in my opinion. Greenwood, Martial, Rashford. I think that is their strongest lineup. So now it's going to be a bit more of a challenge. Hopefully we can negate anything Greenwood has coming at us, in the early stages. We hope we can negate that and not let him get into the groove of things, because that's going to be massive. Let's get the scoreboard up. And we're off. And we are off. Man United with possession at the start of the second half. Instantly, as soon as the ball's been kicked off, I'm already feeling nervy. I hate this feeling. I want this so bad. We deserve something from this game. So I hate this nervous feeling, because we can... Historically, Palace have always been a conceder of late goals, and it always pains me when it happens, especially against a team like Man United or a top team, when we deserve something. Already a quick start to United's play, but a good foot in from MacArthur, cleared up the pitch. Hopefully we can keep the ball a bit better than that as the game goes on. But as I said, first 5-10 minutes, we're going to expect a change of tempo from United. Well, I'm expecting a much better performance early stages, and hopefully we can just negate that. Yeah, this is where they're dangerous. One-touch football in and around the box. Poor from Martial there, and Townsend has the ability to play it up to Wilf, but Wilf can't get the touch in, and it goes back to Maguire, and Man United start again. But that was nice passing from United. Poor pass from Martial, well cut out in the end from Townsend, who was deep there. Already a quicker tempo from United's play, which you expected. I mean, I'm not surprised that they're playing quicker at all, because they needed to. It was far too easy for us to defend. Just got to get through this first 10 minutes. And settle down. As I said, it helps that we've been in this position a lot of times before, not just with Man United, but with Man City and Liverpool as well in the past before they were obviously a title-winning side. But we've been in this position against top teams loads of times in the last 5-6 years. So this is it's a good position to be in. We know how to see these sort of games through. It's just a matter of, can we get tight there? We do. Stay calm. Lovely little ball out from McCarthy. There was a touch there from Shaw, so it's our throw in, and that's it. No need to keep the ball in there. He could have kept the ball in, but he lets it run past him, Townsend, for a throw. Just see the time start to tick down there, especially at this stage of the second half. Don't need to keep the ball in play and keep it to their tempo. And move the clock time down just a bit. Yes, mate. Sorry, I think the glare is a bit of a problem. Just before I do that, though, chance for United to counter here. Can we just I just want those lines to be a bit tighter and a bit more compact. Don't give them any space to work with. Greenwood now knocking it around just on the edge of the final third. Sahar coming back to help, which is good. Mitchell now out to Fosu-Mensah. Ball through. Well done from Schlupp, tracking Greenwood's run, and he cancels that out, and we've won the throw. Really good there. We've got to be on it for the whole half here, because runs like that are going to be happening regularly. Right, where's the timer? There you go, mate. Yeah, sorry, there is a bit of glare. I'm going to put the timer there. That should be okay for you guys, hopefully. Fergie there watching on. I wonder how he's feeling. Well in from Maka again. And Townsend. Make it. Yes! Counter-attack. Go on, Iron! Play the pass! No! What a chance. And that is what we're good at. Putting them under pressure. 50-50s. We've won so many 50-50s. McTominay loses the physical battle. Ayew looks like he's in, but he gets caught by Shaw. Zaha is wide open on one side. You've got Townsend doing an overlap. If he was just patient and waited for Townsend, that could have been a great chance. Man United with the ball now. Fosu-Mensah wide right. Cuts the ball back to McTominay. Great chance for Palace there. If he was just patient instead of taking the shot, which was never going to challenge De Gea from that range. If he just waited a couple more seconds, he would have seen in his peripheral vision Townsend making the run, and if he could have just slotted him in, ball to the back post, Zaha 2-0. Easy on a reflection looking at it, but Ayew, he does hold the ball quite a lot, Ayew. He needs to release it a bit quicker in those areas. Ball across the box, Sacco is there, brilliant defending. Nice ball from Shaw, and it's well cut out there. And Zaha wins the ball back. Don't lose it there. Well done, Townsend. Wins the throw-in. Could have easily been 2-0. Could have easily given it to Zaha Yusuf. You're right. He could have if he just needed to put his head up and release the ball. I think Ayew does hold the ball a little too long, and he is very good at those driving runs forward. But there's too many times where he holds on the ball where he should release it. He does it literally every time he gets the ball. He does take one or two more touches than he should do, really. And that can be frustrating at times. But other times he can do a dancing run and look like bloody Pirlo or Messi, you know. So, yeah, you know. Rory, I'm really happy so far. Obviously, we're winning 1-0 against Man United away, and we've been the better team. So clearly something has gone right in his captaincy for that to be happening. Everyone seems to be playing well, and now there's space in behind for Man United. This is where they're dangerous. Players are getting back well for Palace, though, but this is where they're dangerous when they've got time to run and space to run into. Can't let them do that. Don't let Pogba shoot. Very tame shot on his left foot, and it's easy for the keeper. Chance there for Man United. They beat our midfield line there with a nice punch pass through from Pogba, I think it was, initially. And McCarthy did get back really well to stop, and Rashford did take too long. He took too long to cut inside, and we had players back by the time he did, and really there was Pogba and the players were really their chances were negated to shots from outside the box. We got the ball now going into the final third. Zaha's onside, the 1-on-1 with Lindelof, cutting into the box, hit it! Oh my God, what a block from Lindelof. If he didn't block that, that was surely going to be 2-0. Townsend's muscled Shaw off on the other side. We still got the ball here. Whipped in, they're going across the box, and it's cleared for a Palace goal. Come on, boys! Oh, Man United still have the ball, but I think that's Pogba down, is it? Or Fosu-Mensah? I think Fosu-Mensah's got a knock here, and it could be Wan-Bissaka coming on, boys. We could be seeing him, our boy, coming back. I think he's okay. We are top of the league. We are top of the league. Oh, don't get carried away, boys. We need a second goal. Zaha's improved his attitude so much. He seems so much more positive, and team really reflects that. I think the captain's armband really helps that Alava. I think that really, having the captain's armband seems to have helped him in that regard. But that's a great block from Lindelof there. He just cuts in on his right foot, looking to curl it. And I think if the block doesn't come in, I think that would have probably been 2-0. I'd have to have seen the reverse angle to see how far away from the corner it was. But great block. And it's a Palace throw-in, is it? It is. Good start to the second half. We've negated the early effort where there wasn't much from Man United early on. It's not the start to second half Man United fans would have wanted. It is quite a poor start to the second half. I have to say, we've had the best two chances already. Looking to try and get that early goal again. Poor foul from Ayew, no need for that. Come on, Palace, from the Man City fans. Sean, we're trying our best, mate. We're trying our best. We love an upset. We love to do a good away day performance. You Man City fans know about a good Palace away day, of course. They keep showing Van der Beek because obviously it's Man United, first game of the season. They want to see him come on and get an equaliser and change the game for Man United. Of course they want that because it's great television. But Palace are doing everything to stop that. McArthur winning his physical battle there with Pogba. That's a foul, ref. And we've won another foul. Zaha dribbling in and out of two players and gets pushed off the ball. Another foul one. I think the amount of fouls we've won already is ridiculous. Do you think Eze will come on, says Freddie? I think he will at some point, mate. No subs yet, Joseph. Only 53 minutes played. I'm expecting about 10-15 minutes time, though, to see someone like Eze come on and just freshen the team up a bit. Because by that stage, we probably will be sitting a little bit deeper. Lovely turn from Schlupp. Lovely run from Schlupp. Pick out Zaha. Hit it. Oh, no. What a chance. Zaha just slipped. And if he didn't slip, he would have had to hit this first time. And this would have been 2-0. I'm pretty certain of that. Falls to Townsend, who takes a couple of touches just to get the angle. And his shot goes over the bar quite comfortably. He's about 12 yards out. And the shot balloons over the bar. But, oh my God, we're getting in such good positions. And already, again, we started this half the better side. It's very similar to the first half. It's a corner, in fact. He got a little nick. I didn't see that. Corner. McCarthy to take it. Come on, boys. Can we score from a corner? Just over Kiarte's head. Now the counter-attack for United. Please deal with this, boys. Got to deal with it. Ward. Oh, that's unlucky. He makes an okay touch there. He's trying to get the ball. Is that going to be a yellow card? Yes, it is. Ward. That's a good yellow to get, but obviously now he's got to go 35 minutes on a yellow card. We should have scored. We should be at least 2-0 up, mate. Should be at least 2-0 up. Charlie is home, mate. He's in the other room. That's okay from Joel Ward. That's okay. Because we were in a dangerous spot there. He took the ball down brilliantly, but he took it down almost too well. And Greenwood was on him to pick up the ball. And he would have been in there one-on-one, I think, with a 2-on-1, sorry, if he'd taken that. And Ward didn't foul him. So a tactical foul there had to be done. Man United now with the ball, but we cancelled out that crossfield pass from Maguire. United just not clicking at all. They're struggling to find it. Chance was he's been fed in one-on-one with McTominay. Surely we're going to get a second here at some point. Oh, he's done well, McTominay. Can he release it? He does to Schlupp. Oh my God, we're bottling these chances. We're getting in such good areas, but can't get the shots away. It's a good ball in the box, no one there. I'll tell you what, if we should be at least 2, maybe 3-0 up with these chances we're creating. What a great start to the half. Only 10 minutes gone, but 2 or 3 really big opportunities there on the counter-attack for Palace. How have we not scored one of them? And just starting to creep into that period now where, you know, these missed chances, hopefully they don't come back to cost us. If Batshuayi was on the pitch, one of those would have been taken. How long until he comes onto the pitch? Hopefully soon, because we can't. United are all over the shop. They're getting into our half. And their passing is just atrocious. Pogba literally passed it straight into the feet of McCarthy, 5 yards away. I don't know even what he was aiming at there. Zaha's just won a header against Maguire from a long ball forward. United need to regroup and regroup quickly, to be honest, because they're all over the shop. Oh, mate, it would be over. If there were fans there at Sellers, if this was at Sellers Park with fans there, it'd be buzzing and it would be over already. It'd be like Arsenal when Kabay bent that shot in a few years ago under Sam Allardyce. That amazing 3-0 win at Selhurst. It feels like that at the moment. Pogba with the ball now. They're always going to be causing us problems, though. You can't write them off at all. And Martial's got time there to move and run it. Get up, you tart! Doesn't appeal, thank God. I thought he was going to appeal for a penalty there. He fell like a sack of potatoes. And the ball went out for a goal kick. It was a poor through ball from Rashford, over hit. And take your time, boys. Playing so well. Away wins against the Big Six since May 2015. Man City 10, Palace 8, Liverpool and Man United 7. And I'll tell you, we're not just a giant. We are the fear of the big teams. We are 8 wins away to the top 6 teams since 2015, May 2015. What a ridiculous stat that is. And when we have the style of the tactical approach to games that benefits us. Man United have got so much space here. In fact, if anything, they're getting a little bit deeper because they've realised that they've opened up a lot of space. Fosu-Mensah gives away a foul, chance to whip a ball in now. All Palace boys. Sorry, all Palace boys. I'll tell you what, I'm almost at the stage now where even if United do get a couple of goals and we end up losing this, which we absolutely don't deserve, but even if that does happen, and I'll be bitterly disappointed if it does, I'll be so happy with this performance going into the rest of the season. What a performance we're playing up here, boys. It honestly makes me proud being a Palace fan watching this. And I'll tell you what, if we get a second goal, we are going to be... I'm very confident we'll be coming away with points today. I'm not going to say 3 points. I'm not going to say that quite yet, but it's still a long way to go. But chance here. Townsend whips in. It's a poor cross. And our corners and free kicks haven't been great yet again. They haven't really cleared it, Man United. Mitchell, high up the pitch, has won it back. Brilliant. Townsend, release. Ran into Fernandes there. And Man United now looking to break away. Hopefully the boys have run back and got into shape quickly and stop any chance of a counter-attack. McCarthy bossing the team about there, getting back into position. And United quite slow. There wasn't a quick breakout and we are back in shape now, which is good. Oh my God, boys. The nerves. We need another goal. Even though United aren't playing very well at the moment, they've got the players to get a goal like that. They can be playing crap and still get goals, you know? So they're just that sort of team, especially those front three. If one of them just starts to click, it's very, very hard to keep them out. We are playing very well, though. MacArthur comes striding out to close down Maguire. There's space here, though. Fosu-Mensah out wide. Close him down, Mitchell. Oh my God, that was so close. Ball to the back post, free header for Greenwood, and he puts it wide. Should have hit the target. Guaita wasn't bothered. He put his hands up straight away. He knew it was going wide, but I'll tell you what, my heart was in my throat there. Jesus Christ. Too much space there, and that's the first time we've left players with too much space, and it was a good ball, deep ball in the back post, and Ward just mistimes his jump, and it's a free header at the back stick, but there's a bit of a bollocking there. McCarthy gives Ward. I don't think it was necessarily Ward's fault. He probably mistimed the jump, yes, but I think the problems came where we didn't quickly get out to Fosu-Mensah and put pressure on Fosu-Mensah to close him down. I think we needed to do that quickly. Mason Greenwood there, seeing his goal scoring stats, he's 17 goals, which puts him level with like Wayne Rooney for teenagers at Man United. Chance here maybe for Townsend? No, De Gea comes out and mops it up. Tell you what, it's stress. Palace, please bag another goal. I'm getting too stressed, mate. I can totally feel you're stressed there, mate. I'll tell you, I'm exactly the same at the moment. Brilliant game so far from the boys. We're carrying on that momentum from the first half. Hopefully we can keep this energy going, and we're getting to the stage now where subs may need to come into play. It's a nice little run forward from Fosu-Mensah, but MacArthur is there again to negate it. Zaha, is he in? I could have got that. He kind of bottled that against De Gea. De Gea came charging out to clear it, but I'll tell you what, Zaha was on that sprint there. He might have been able to get there. Greenwood on the left now. We're back in numbers. There's not much room to work with again for United, and that's been the story of the game really. We've left space down to a minimum. We know they work so well in little pockets of space, linking up amongst in front of the back four of the opposition, Man United. So we're doing very well to negate that space and to just keep them out. Rashford, the space here for Fosu-Mensah. Mitchell got to get out to that. He does. Sacco reads that brilliantly. He drops half a yard back for the cutback and just mops it up nicely. Sacco's read the game so well. He's been brilliant so far. Ball goes to the other side with Fernandes looking to cross the ball in from deep. Oh, what a header from Sacco there. If he doesn't get that, that's a good chance for Pogba running in. Great ball from Fernandes. Starting to now turn it up a little bit, Man United. They had to do it at some point, and they are starting to do it now, 1 hour into the game. Wow. And a ball from deep. And it's a great ball to Greenwood, who's now switched the other side. Don't give away anything there. It's fallen to Martial, looking to cut the ball back. And Townsend's there to mop it up. Well done. And we played it out to Zaha. And this is where we have looked dangerous. There's so much space to work with. If we can get out of that and counter-attack Man United, we've had a lot of room to work with. Someone help him here. Lovely reverse ball. Townsend, Ayu's in there. There's only one man to aim at. He's gone to the back stick. Schlub's there at the back stick. Oh no, he's hit it straight at the man. I'll tell you what, if we don't get another goal here, if we don't see this out, it's going to be so gutting. Oh, it's so frustrating if we can't get anything, because we've had we've had some fantastic chances. It's because Man United are trying to get up the pitch and get a goal. Leave so much space when we counter-attack. There's some really big pockets of space on the edge of the box. Schlub had ages there. His touch wasn't perfect from the cross from Townsend, and his shot went straight into McTominay. Chance here for sure, down the left. Cut in, more space for Fernandes. Got to close this down. And we do, and it's Chiarte this time. They've been brilliant, the centre-back partnership. And Ayew wins it from Pogba. Pogba not looking interested today. He really isn't. Ayew, oh, what a challenge for Fernandes. Again, Ayew, could he have released that quicker? Come on, boys. Chiarte best centre-back for the rest of the season. Freddie, the way he's playing right now, I wouldn't change it. I'd keep him there at centre-back. And we've got the ball again. I tell you what, whenever we go forward, we do look dangerous. And it's because Man United need a goal. They're leaving space for us. This is where I don't want us to start messing around with the ball. We aren't bloody Leeds or Man City. Don't start knocking it around the back. We've been good playing the long balls forward, and we've won the ball brilliantly there. Zaha loses to Maguire. That was poor. But we've won it back with Townsend, and that's been brilliant. That's a foul, ref. Come on, the brothers. I'm so happy with this performance. And that's a booking for Maguire. Takes out Zaha on the halfway line. And that's another Man United player in the book. And I tell you what, get Zaha one-on-one with Maguire, please. He goes to ground so early there, Maguire. It just gives Zaha the chance to go over. And definitely a yellow card. I'd give it 5 more minutes and I bring us up. And here's Van der Beek. Van der Beek getting stripped off. They're calling for their new signing, number 34, Donny Van der Beek. Will he be the game changer? I really hope he isn't. I really hope he doesn't change the game, but he is a class player. And he's more of a box-to-box midfielder. He doesn't necessarily... He is good going forward, but is he better than Fernandes and Pogba in that regard? I mean, Pogba really is looking very lackluster at the moment. I feel like he could be the man to come off, but they need a goal. So will they take off Pogba for Van der Beek? I can't see it. It's a lovely link-up play from Palace. We've still got possession here. Poor pass from Townsend in the end, though. And it's a chance for United to counter, but we've got out to them quickly. Still got the ball, though, and this is where they're dangerous. This is what they've been waiting for the whole game, a quick counter-attack. We've got only 2 men forward. Greenwood looking to cut in to shoot. McCarthy straight out there. The Irish rock at the back there. And now the whole team are back behind the ball. And that is a massive block on Greenwood there. And that's been the story of the game. McCarthy, that little what's the word I'm looking for? Those 4 groups of players in the middle there. 2 defenders in Saka, Kouyaté, McCarthy just ahead. Brilliant this game. They've been cancelling out everything, getting blocks, reading the game brilliantly. They've been the reason that we've been so successful in defence so far today. Brilliant game from them, and hopefully it continues. Man United starting to up it a little bit now. You can just see the slight little bit, not panic, but a slight change in tempo. Looking really good so far. Looking really good. Yes, put on Eze or batsman now. The chances we're creating, one of those players will put them away. And if we get a second goal, United's heads will drop and it will become a very, very... and we've won the ball back again. United aren't playing well at all. You could be in here. It's just... Yes! Play Wilf! Please! Play Wilf! Yes! Go on, Wilf! Against United! Yes! No, he's given offside! Please be onside. Please be onside. Please be onside. He's put it away. Wilf against his old club. Please be onside. Please be onside. Please be onside. No, Wilf! He's just offside. Hold your run a little longer. That's twice in 2 weeks. He's put the ball in the back of the net and he's just offside. And it is Pogba coming off from Van der Beek. I told you he didn't look up for it today, Pogba, and he's been poor. And that's a bold statement taking off Pogba when you need a goal. But Van der Beek on for his debut. Hopefully we can negate him as well. Jesus wept. Oh my God. It's not onside. He was a good yard offside there. If he just held his run, he had the whole space to run into as well, Wilf. That's twice in 2 weeks he's had disallowed goals for offside. Oh my God. How have we not scored in this half? We've been definitely, again, like the first half, the better team. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We really have. Man United just haven't looked, that their link-up play hasn't been there. They haven't had a period where they've really had some good passing. They always seem to give the ball away in the final third. Chances here, there's space to work with out on that right-hand side if they can get out there quickly. Fernandes hesitates. He's looking to play a ball over the top. It's not there. He plays it now to Fosu-Mensah out wide. Mitchell's there to meet him. Back to Fernandes, and the cross is blocked again. Can Mitchell stop the corner? No, he can't. The ball just bounces, unfortunately, there. He couldn't get to the bounce of the ball, and it's a corner to Man United. Please deal with this, boys. Please don't let them score here. There's so much time left in this game. Bloody hell, chat. What are we saying here? This is ridiculous. My heart is going a million miles an hour. Fernandes on the corner. He whips in. Please deal with it. Oh, my God. It's flicked on to Lindelof, who's peeled off at the back. And he's just had to stick his leg up. Yeah, he couldn't get over the ball and it balloons up over the bar. Another chance, another chance goes begging. One of the few chances United's had in this game has gone begging. Still 1-0 Palace. I tell you what though, guys, the longer it stays at 1-0, the more space and the more time and the more opportunities we're going to get on the counter-attack. When we're on the ball going forward, every single time we look like we're going to cause problems, or at least get a shot off on goal. Every time. There's space everywhere. If we get a second goal now, I can really see United's heads dropping. I really can. Van der Beek. We cancel out Van der Beek's pass there. Now it's Wilf. And looking to play in Townsend. Oh, he's dummied it. He's dummied it to Ayew. 1-on-1. Hit it. He's looked to chip him, I think. And oh my God, how have we not scored there again? That's another chance begging. Get a Batshuayi on now, Roy. Or Eze. We've got to take one of these chances because otherwise we're going to get punished. Rashford down the left now. It's getting a little bit end-to-end. He's looking at it from distance, and I love to see that. They're desperate now. He's hitting it from distance, and he screws the shot well wide. That's a sign that they're getting frustrated. They're getting upset up the Palace. Will we regret those chances, Yusuf? That is a good point, mate. I really do. Oh! VAR! Is that a penalty? Checking a possible handball. Lindelof. Have they given it? VAR is looking at a possible handball. That Ayew chance gets blocked by Lindelof with his hand. Now, is that denying it's hit his hand? It's out from his body? It's not really a silhouette. It's like here. It's here on his arm. It would be harsh, but I've seen those given. Can we get some luck here? Can we please get some luck? Please, VAR. Please give us some luck. They're looking at this. It's hit his hand. It's right on his knuckles. Please. He's checking the monitor. Oh my God. He's checking the monitor. Martin Atkinson's running over to the little telly. Oh, boys. He's running over. He's looking at the screen. That's normally a good sign. I'll tell you, if his hand's not there, there's a shot on goal. And it probably would have been saved by De Gea, but it's a shot on goal that has been stopped by the hand outstretched away from the body of Lindelof. It's away from his body. It's not in his silhouette. It's very harsh if it is given, but it clearly is outstretched. He is very close to Ayew, and can he move? Can he react to that? It could go either way, this. I would not be surprised if it's not given. I think we'll be very lucky if it is given. But we deserve this. We do deserve this. I don't think... Yes! 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 It's a penalty to Palace. He's given it. He's looked at the little telly. He's done his little signal. Beep. Penalty to Palace. And it's... The shot might not even be going on target. I think that's a little bit harsh, I have to say. But his hand is out away from his body, and you always run the risk. I can't show you that. I'd love to show you the pen, boys. I'd really love to show you the pen, but I can't. Lindelof can't believe it, but we deserve this. We got a chance to go 2-0 up. Solskjaer's head dips. It's been a crap game so far from United, and we can pile on the punishment with a goal here from the spot. Solskjaer's off his arse now. He's on the touchline complaining. Maybe if you got off your arse earlier and started managing the team, you'd not be in this situation, Solskjaer. Have a bit of backbone, man. Ayew on the penalty. Jordan Ayew, the Ghanaian king, to make it 2-0 to Palace with 19 minutes to go. Come on. Here he goes. The whistle is about to blow. Ayew focused on the ball. Atkinson telling players to stay back. Ayew steps up. It's saved! He saves it. I tell you what, if we don't win this game, the penalty's saved. It's a great save. It's not even a bad pen. There's not much pace on it, but it's right in the corner. And it's a great save. Full stretch from De Gea. What a lifeline that is for United. That was the chance there to seal it. We're still pressing high, though. Please don't let your heads drop, boys. Please keep going at them. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. What are we looking at here? Is it encroachment? What are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? What will we stop play? What will we stop play for? What will we stop play for? Encroachment. He's off his line. Is he off his line? I don't think he's off his line. The new rule, if you're off your line when the ball's hit as a keeper, it has to be retaken. That is a new law. They're now looking at it. They're checking to see if he's off his line. Atkinson's not very happy with that. They're looking at it again. Is he off his line? He's off his line! We're taking it again! We're taking it again! He's off his line! Stay on your line, David! And Solskjaer's got his head in his hands. He can't believe it. And this time Zaha's over the ball! They've changed the penalty taker Zaha to take a pen. I've never seen him take a pen. Zaha against his old club. This would be dreamland if Zaha scores in United. Just keep it down, Wilf. Zaha! Yes! Yes! Go on, Will! Yes! Get in there! Zaha against his old club!
Up the boy!
Get in, Will! We are jammy as anything. We are so jammy. But we deserved it. No way did we not deserve that goal.
It's never a pen and the game's gone, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
The pen! My brother's just run in. Oh, what a pen from Wilfried Zaha, and he doesn't even celebrate. He just struts it off. Get in there, boys! Come on! 2-0. That should be it. We should see it out from here. 15 minutes to go. What a game! I love this club. I love this club. Oh, clip that up. If anyone can, clip up the reaction there to the penalty. Oh. We deserved it though. I know that's so... And Eze's coming on as well. Oh, Roy, you saucy bastard. He's taking slop off at Eze. We're 2-0 up and we're bringing on the sauce. Oh, God, Roy, what you do to me, mate? Eze, what a time to come on as a youngster. The new £20 million signing. We're 2-0 up away to Man United. And he's coming off the bench. Man United in the attack. Be disciplined now, boys. See this out. Come on, the Palace. Let's get the red and blue in the chat. Come on, the boys. See. McCarthy again. I love this team. Oh, change the score. Yeah, you're right, boys. Sorry. What a crazy last few minutes this has been. What a crazy last few minutes. Man United have a free kick here, given away by McCarthy. I swear to God, if we concede here, it's going to be too nervy for words. Ball comes in, headed away. Saka with Kayate, the centre-back of dreams. I must look like an absolute tart at the moment. I apologise, guys, but this is... Martial down the left. MacArthur again! Yes! Oh, I'm sorry, but this means so much to me when we're playing this well against a team like this, away from home. Every one of those players have been bloody brilliant, and I'm so happy that Wilf has scored against United because he's been... It's just the whole story of Zaha to now score against United. He didn't even celebrate. He kind of just strutted off. I love that. The nerves to change the penalty taker there after Ayew bottled it. It was a good pen. It's just brilliant. This is what Palace is being all about. This is why supporting a team like Palace, and fans in the bottom half of the table will know this. This is why it's so much fun being a Palace fan at times. It can also be so heartbreaking. You can put in good performances like this and still lose. Eze, first touch on the ball, and he's taken on players. Oh, he just doesn't get the pass off. Oh, Eze, first touch, he looks to go and beat a man in our own final third. Bloody hell, Ebere. Oh, and the press coming in from Ayew. He wins the ball. Yes, Ayew. Go on, son, make it 3. We're 1-on-1 with Lindelof. He's playing in Wilf. Look, Wilf looking for his second. And he fouls Maguire there. That's a poor pass from Ayew. Calm, let's stay calm. Oh my God, boys. Oh, it could have been 3-0. We've still got 12 minutes to play. There's still loads of time here for United to get back in this. And we know Fergie time, historically, United have been a really good team at scoring late goals. But I have to say, there is nothing about this game that makes me think United deserves something from it. We have been... And I mean that, and I know I'm a Palace fan, and if there's any people watching who aren't Palace fans who think that I'm being biased here, there is nothing about this game that makes me think United deserve anything. There's not one area of the pitch I feel they bossed or dominated us in. There's not one area of the pitch where I think that they've been the better team and have deserved to get something out of the game. We've negated everything coming our way so far. I say so far because it can still change like that. Van der Beek has come on and so far, obviously, the goals happened since he's come on, so the limelight's kind of off him a bit now, but we've been good to get out to Van der Beek to make sure he doesn't make an impact on the game because we know how good a player he is. Pogba and Fernandes have been frustrated, and the amount of misplaced passes United have had, it's honestly, it's a really bad start to the season for United. If I'm a United fan watching this, which I'm not, of course, but if you're a United fan, I would be gutted with this. And Maguire's just given the ball away again, and we're on the counter-attack again here. And it's a chance. Wilf! Oh, what a challenge from McTominay. Wilf was going to be in 1-on-1 if he didn't make that. What a challenge. And now there's a chance for United to counter. Shaw down the left. Plays it into Rashford, who's looking to play Van der Beek in, who's joined that attack down the left. He's had to come out wide to get the ball because he's not had much of the ball at all since coming on. And we've defended that brilliantly. Townsend, you bloody legend. So close to a third goal. And tell you what, and Batshuayi's coming on as well. Martial here, wait, in the box. What a block from Joel Ward. What a block from MacArthur, and he saves the corner. It's a throw into United, not a corner. Bloody love this team. I love every single one of those players on the pitch. Up the Palace. Not only have we brought Eze on at 2-0 up, we're now bringing on Batshuayi as well. I told you, it'd be Eze first, then Batshuayi. We all said it, and it's happened. And the source, the depth in the team we've got now. We've still got players to come back from injury. We've still got players to come back. I'm way too excited. I shouldn't be this excited, but we've got a chance playing like this. If we play like this for consistently this season, we've got a chance of at least a top 10 finish. And that would be definitely above where we should be. Oh, fumbling around in the box. No! That's the first mistake we've had. And it's Van de Beek on his debut. And that's going to be the bloody headline. It's a fumbled around in the box and it's 2-1. No, with 10 minutes to go. I swear to God, if they get anything from this, it's typical United. So typical United, if anything happens here. 10 minutes to go, and it's the first error we've seen. Ball in from Fosu Mensah, and it's just mistimed from Chiarte, and it drops to Van de Beek. It's so lucky. It would be Van de Beek as well, wouldn't it? Right, boys, please, I'm back to nervous now. Let me calm down. They do not deserve anything from this game. That is such a lucky goal. Batman is coming on, I think. Relax. Boys, it's going to be a big 10 minutes here. They do not deserve anything out of this. This is awful. This is so much time left in the game as well. Batshuayi coming on. Come on, Batshuayi, mate. Big performance. Igalo coming on for Man United as well. Come on, boys, please. Are you? What a shift, mate. What a shift. Right. We know United are going to be at us now, but we've dealt with this before in the past. We can do it again. We need a big shift from all of you now, boys. Last 10 minutes. This is a huge 10 minutes. Eze with the ball out wide. He's cutting inside. Looking to lay it off. Just tackled. He wins the ball back really well there. Well done, Eze. Is he onside? I think he is onside there. Wilf. He's offside. Wilf, get onside, mate. He's offside. Now the clock is going far too slowly. This is just, I can't believe we put ourselves in this scenario. It's the first mistake I've seen and they've capitalised on it. And it's typical of a big side. You see it happen. They're always there and lurking. And you've got to be on it for the whole 90 minutes or stuff like that happens. You've now got Greenwood out wide. We're back in shape. I hope we don't let our heads drop here. Hopefully we don't let our heads drop because we deserve this. We really deserve this. It's going to be a really nervy end to this game. Shaw looking to lay it off, and we're in again. And I'm happy that challenge came flying in from Ward because it shows that we're still playing the same way. Nothing changes just because of that sloppy goal went in. Nothing changes. Carry on the way we're playing. Rashford out wide, plays it into Igalo. Big tackle in there from MacArthur. Love that. And we're looking to they're knocking it around, quick 1-2s now. And this is what I was worried about. Van de Beek with a chance to he flicks it down line to Rashford. This is what you don't want. You don't want them getting confidence here. And they are knocking this a good period of possession for United. They knock it back to Maguire. He's probably going to look to play a ball in, and he does. Van de Beek on the edge of the box. Big tackle. And we go up the pitch. Batshuayi. Don't lose the ball there, Batshuayi. And that's the problem when you've got a player who's just come on. He's not up to the tempo of the game at the moment. Eze winning the ball back. Well done, Eze. Well done, Eze, and the ball's cleared. We've still got 7 minutes plus injury time. This is going to be a nightmare, this. And United's heads are up. They definitely have got their tails up here. They look like a team that are going to threaten now. And it is typical. It is so typical. Please, boys, I beg of you. All of you deserve this. Please see this out. That was such a fluke of a goal they just scored, everyone. Oh my God, they've got men at the back stick. Get out to it. Get out to it. Well done, Townsend. Get out again. Wilf, help them. Help him. Yes, Wilf. Getting out to help. Pressing. Captain, leader, legend. Love that. Wilf's gone down. There was a hand out there. That was a high hand. They're going to look at this. It's obviously going to be added on at the end of the game. There's still going to be injury time, of course. His hand was up there. He does do a little slap on the face, but it's nothing. You know, play on. Wilf's going down. I think that's more to waste time than anything. But please, boys, game management. We've been in this position before. Just keep your discipline, and we can defend this out. Well in, MacArthur. That is a brilliant interception. Batshuayi, mate. Release. Eze with chance out wide. One on one Fernandez. Take him on, mate. Go on, Eze. He's slowed it down a bit now. We've got McTominay coming back too. He's looking for the corner. He's looking for help. Someone help him. Good from Eze. Mature there. Didn't beat his man. Just waited for the cavalry to come and support him, and he makes it. Zaha, turn. Zaha to shoot in the box. Hits it. Yes! Wilfried Zaha! Yes! Zaha! Yes! They didn't deserve that goal, and he's got another one. He's got another one. Yes! Yes! 2 goals against United for Wilf. Solskjaer looks distraught. You should be, mate. Your team's been crap. Oh, yes. Eze, the maturity to hold on to the ball there. He lays it back to Mitchell, the young, dynamic duo on the left. And he plays it into Wilf. And Wilf turns Lindelof like a mug and puts the hair on his arse. And he puts it into the bottom corner. Wilf could have... I swear, Wilf getting a brace is the best thing I could have seen today. We're 3-1 up away to United. We're 3-1 up to United, boys. We're 3-1 up. Oh, that's game. That's got to be game. I love this club. I love this club so much. Yeah, it's bloody brilliant. Right, come on, boys. See this out. These bunch of mugs don't deserve anything. Come on, see it out, boys. They have been shite today. I apologise for my language there, guys, but they have been so poor, United, and that goal was so unlucky to concede. How we're not going to keep a clean sheet is beyond me. He did. Zaha did a little fist pump and a proper... You see the veins in his neck. He did a proper scream. He loved that. And oh my God. Boys, clip this up again, that goal reaction. Clip it up if you can. Oh my God. Palace 3, Man United 1, and we've got 4 minutes plus injury time to play. If they score now, United, of course, there's still time. There's going to be at least 5-6 minutes of injury time because of the VAR debacle for the pen. So you've got to bear that in mind, guys. There's still a long way to go here. But my captain, my legend, my winger, Wilfried Zaha, legend, absolute legend. Shaw on the ball now, and we're just sitting in numbers. Eze's been brilliant since he come on. That all started with Eze's break up the pitch, and then the maturity to not take on Fernandez, and McTominay came back to help, not to take them on and lose possession, but to hold it, wait for Mitchell to join, and then to have 2 young players like Mitchell and Eze, and the maturity they had in that scenario to then play it to Wilf and not look to just lump it. There's so many good performances out there, guys. I could go on for hours talking about how good they've all been. Honestly, absolute heroes, all of them today. They've been bloody brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Milivojevic coming on now for McCarthy as our final sub. And you have to give it to Roy as well. He's done subs at the right time. They've been the right changes. Eze, Batshuayi coming on when they did was perfect. Milivojevic now coming on to another leader, another captain on the pitch. Experienced player to see this game out and to help the team get the 3 points we deserve. We've got a corner cleared there, and now we're on the counter again. We could be looking at a fourth. Sakho's bounding up the pitch. What's he doing here? Get back, Sakho. He was Sakho. That's a typical Sakho thing there, running up the pitch to join an attack. Get back, your helm. Eze getting back into shape now, and Green were looking to play a ball over the top. It's a great ball, and it's Vicente sees it out. The Spaniard, the flying Spaniard. Oh my God. Leave a like down below, guys. Share the stream. Get everyone coming into the stream now, and get everyone coming and liking and sharing and subscribe if you're new. All of that good stuff, because we deserve it. I came into this with no expectation. I thought we had a great performance against Southampton, and we're going to go out there and if we play the same way, we've got a chance. And we've done that and more. To be in that scenario and have the composure when we've conceded a really unfortunate goal. That wasn't, one mistake we made in the whole game so far, and it's led to a fluky goal. It deflects off our players straight into Van der Beek's path. They could have had their heads dropped. We could have been under the cosh. But to have the composure and for two of our youngest players to take the ball out of the defence and end up leading to a goal, it is upset. And Eze's there just dropping the shoulder on players and laying it off. And we're looking to come in and get a fourth. This could be a fourth. Milivojevic, the composure to play it back to the defence and just calm everyone down, and realise poor touch from Chiata there, but he wins the ball back. I think he's offside, Batshuayi there. Oh, on the turn over the bar, wasn't offside. Batshuayi looking hasn't really had anything to do since he's come on, but yeah, the composure in some of these young players at this level against this opposition. Man United, I'm sorry, anyone who's a United fan in there, I have to say, they've been awful. United have been awful, and it's not me being biased. We've been bloody brilliant, and we deserve everything we're getting out of this. But United in the final third have been pretty much, and it's a strong word, but it's pathetic. Their passes have been off. Their tempo's been off the whole game. I was expecting them to come flying out in the second half, but they're not there. They're open as anything, and Eze's one-on-one with Maguire. Eze, come on Eze, please score. Oh, what a tackle from Maguire. That was a chance for Eze to get a goal away to Man United there. His first goal for the team. It doesn't happen, and now United on the counter-attack. But yeah, United have been looked lacklustre. They've looked off the pace, which is ridiculous to think they're off the pace at this stage. Van der Beek has been the only glimpse of something good. I think Greenwood's been okay when he's come on. Apart from that, they've all been sloppy. They've all given away the ball at least once or twice in the 90 minutes. We've hit 90 minutes now. We're 30 seconds into 6 minutes of injury time. Still time to get an equaliser, of course. 2 goals could still come in that time. But Maguire giving the ball away again. And Wilf wins a free kick. And the clock's running down. The game's done. The game is done at this stage. With the game management's been bloody brilliant. And it is typical United. They've been crap today. I don't know why. Talking about lack of goals from Zaha. 2 goals today. Have that, Sky Sports. 2 goals against Man United. Who cares about lack of goals when he pulls out performances like this against the big teams? Have that. I can't believe it, boys. I can't bloody believe it. It is absolutely fantastic. Man United with the ball switching play. We're 2 minutes into 6 minutes injury time. Again, the shape we're holding now, it's top class game management. We're still winning the ball. Anything that's coming near our box, we're first to it. Cleared the ball up there from Townsend, and Maguire picks it up in his own half. It's just brilliant. I'm just doing a tweet now, guys. United in the box here. So I'm just going to stop a moment. Van der Beek on the edge. So many white shirts ahead of him, though. No space, and he closed down McCarthy. Bloody brilliant. Bloody brilliant. All of them. Unbelievable performances. Yeah, thrown to United. Goes out for a goal kick, that, and it's 3 minutes to go of injury time, and it's all us. I'm sorry, I'm just doing a tweet, guys, but I can't tell you how happy I am with this performance. I could literally, I could be in tears right now. I'm that happy with what I'm seeing from the team, because it's so refreshing seeing us look like exciting going forward. It's a flashback to when we first came up, and it was under Pulis, where we looked to be deep, we looked to build from the back, but when we went forward, it was exciting, it was quick, it was dynamic. And it's just, I'm so happy to see it. I'm so happy. And there are people that were questioning the team when it came out, but they've all proved us wrong. And I couldn't be prouder of this team right now. Question I'm chucking out on Twitter is this the best performance since that City away result? I think it could be. United knocking it around the back. They've got over a minute. It's done. It's done. They're not scoring 2 goals in this time. There's just not enough time. There's just not enough time. And United get a corner with a minute and a bit to go. I'm just trying to calm down now, guys, because we're just about to beat United 3-1. And you've got to bear in mind, people who may think I'm overreacting with my reactions to this. Last season's 2-1 win was the first time we won at Man United in over 30 years. First time in Premier League history we'd beaten them. And we're now going to do it in back-to-back seasons. And we're now going to go 5 games unbeaten against both Manchester clubs away from home. What a ridiculous stat. We're now 1 game behind City for most wins away to the Big Six since 2015. I mean, that is mental, especially when we can't score goals, and now we are scoring goals. This is the first time in over a season we've scored more than 2 goals in a game. Last season we didn't in the whole of last season score more than 2 goals in any game. And now we've scored the first time since the end of the season before last. We've now scored 3 goals in a game, and it's against Man United away of all teams on their first game of the season. I love this club. There's nothing better than being a Palace fan, and I feel sorry for anyone who's not a Palace fan. Pride of South London, Red and Blue Army, up the Palace. I'm so proud of every single one of them, guys. I honestly, what a shift from every single one of those players. If we play like this for most of the season, we're going to finish top 10, 100%. 100%, maybe even better. We've got depth. And there goes the bloody final whistle. Yes! Yes! What a result. And Wilf, with the captain's armband, hits 2 goals. Captain, lead the legend. Have that, Sky, with his lack of goal contribution. Have that. He means so much more than bloody goals and assists to this club. Oh my God. And have that, Man United. 3-1. Guys, if you enjoyed the stream, like, share, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Clip up this stream. Make sure you tweet out and show all the fans out there what it means supporting this club. What it means to win away from home against United. Because this is what a proper club, what it feels like to win against a team like Man United. Pure passion and joy. And all the players out there deserve everything they're going to get. I love this team. I love Roy. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. For any of you wanting to follow me on Twitter, anyone wanting to follow me on Twitter, there's my Twitter in there. Yeah, well, that's my Twitter there, guys. I've just chucked it in the chat. I'm literally close to tears here. It's 90 minutes of perfection. Like, share, subscribe, guys. I'll see you all next time. Up the Palace. 3-1. Top of the league, baby.